What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 77 of the weekly comic wrap up, where myself and a guest run through the FOC picks of the week, selected by Lefteros. We run through the market report, looking at what's sold on the secondary market, and we wrap it up with the hot topics of the week. And boy, what an interesting week! What an interesting weekend! 24 hours has been rough for you influencers because TikTok banned and then unbanned in the United States. So, to all of you, well, that was short lived. I hope you're okay doing your thing again. So, shout out to you guys. But I saw Marvel Snap went down. I don't know if you guys saw that. The mobile game, people were going bananas over the fact that that too got canned. But, anyways, interesting week. Diamond. We're going to get into that talk. It's going to be the hottest topic of the week because, well, it was, but I want to pull the curtain back a little bit because a lot of people, immediately at first thought a certain thing, this is not good because of, distribution. We'll get into all of it in the hot topics because, man, it's crazy to hear some of the stuff that's gone on. But besides that, I want to shout out two people. First, I got to shout out Hyper Combo Comics. It's his birthday. I want to say happy birthday to my brother. Literally somebody that I've been rocking with for the last couple of years. We met through comics and we continue to just vibe through comics. And even beyond that, we, share Popeyes together, went on road trips. So you know how it goes. But happy birthday to Hyper. If you are tired of seeing my face, blame him because he's the reason why I'm doing any YouTube stuff to begin with. Secondly, TJ, the guest last week, officially the most viewed episode on this channel since its launch. So shout out to TJ for rocking it with me last week. Nothing but love, brother. Guys, go subscribe to Travis, man. Doing great things over on his channel as well. But all right, let's get into the show. I want to remind you guys that I'm pulling back slowly on the roll call. I see you all in the chat. I see you, Alex. I see you, Sequential Geek. I see you, Ben. I see you, JD. I see all of you. My wife is here in the chat, who I love very dearly. Kenneth is here. Lefteros is here. But we are going to be starting to upload these episodes on Spotify as well. So if you're wondering why I'm pulling back on that, I just want to remind you that's what's going on. So in February, we're going to start uploading episodes there. There's going to be new content as well. I just want to talk comics, man. We're going to do sit downs, have fun. It'll be available in video form as well. So good times ahead, guys. Good times ahead. Now, speaking good times, man, the guy doesn't need an introduction, but I was sitting back and I'm like, man, although, we just entered 2025, it didn't feel right starting the year off without this beautiful man, infamous Jeb. What's going on, bro?
Yo, what's good, everybody? How's it going? How's it going?
Jeb.
Yo, I'm back.
Fuck yeah,
2025, baby. Let's go.
Yes, sir, dude. 2024 was a phenomenal year for comics. 2025 off to a strong start. Man, we're seeing so many things happen already out the gate. CGC stuff, Diamond stuff, but then on the comic side, great things, great stories. Books. You and I were talking backstage. We saw, the inevitable, certain books popping, books coming our way that are going to pop as well. Example, the Marvel Rivals, Fantastic 428 with, Galacta, Jeff the Landshark, all this stuff.
Man.
Yeah, dude. We share a group chat. If you guys aren't familiar with the app Telegram, I suggest you get familiar because myself, Jeb, Lefteros, many others are in a group chat where we share a lot of information. Jeb dropping a ton of knowledge in that chat. So if you guys want to talk comics, you're more than welcome to join. If anybody has the link, please post it in the live chat. If not, I'll put it in the description of the video after the fact. But it's a great place to chill, hang out, talk comics, and that's what we bring here. That vibe comes here.
110%, man. Like I say, I will drop the spec, but you can take him the water, you can't make him drink sometimes, but it's good. It's good.
Yeah, dude, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Sometimes, man, just like the info is there, but we look completely over it within the chat. But dude, so far, 2025, I know look behind you guys. Look behind Jeb. Um, Tons of slabs, mostly Venom. I see one there that's actually going to be on the list tonight in the market report. Ironic, man. Any big pickups so far? Are you eyeing anything in 2025?
There's a bunch of books that I'm still looking for. I'm looking for obviously the Venom 12 1 in 50, the 2012 variant.
Yeah.
Fucking ghost book, man. Like impossible to find for cheap. So I'm be saving my pennies. I'll be, probably trying to find a nice copy of that. There's actually a couple books that are on my list. I was actually talking to Michael Baker about it. It was a one of one that I want to get my hands on. So
A one
I'm
of one.
a one of one in CGC 9.8. So I've kind of got the guy down a little bit more in price. Like I'm chipping away at him. I'm chipping away at him. The guy wants money for it. Let me tell you. But I'm chipping away, and fuck you, Jeb.
Yeah.
uh Man. Yeah, man. I'm gonna be finding one or two books. Nothing crazy this year because I'm kind of running out of stuff to collect.
Yeah. Well, dude, you're on fire. You have an amazing collection. And speaking of amazing collections, guys, Love for Comics was here in the live chat. I want to highlight him and just let you guys know a little something because we're already planning ahead of time. We're
Yeah,
already
man.
looking at the month of March, and Love for Comics is going to hop on. I won't spoil it. I won't say anything, but it's a pretty interesting giveaway, man. He's going to be hopping on. He's going to be my guest in the month of March, and we're looking at an awesome giveaway. He hit me up today. We were talking about it, and shout out to Love for Comics. You guys might want to keep an eye out in the month of March because Love for Comics is coming to hang out, and he has a massive giveaway for you all. Which,
Awesome.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. I can't wait to see that.
Fuck
But
yeah.
yeah, man. So back to the collection stuff. Me too, dude. Like now, I'm finding myself eyeing certain books that are more like really stuff that I want within my PC, right? Like things
Mhm.
I'm on the nostalgia bug. I'm looking at obviously video game books. Everybody knows that, but like
Yeah.
I was just going through my books and I'm like, man, like I'm missing a Darkwing Duck #1. I grew up with that show, right? And I'm like,
Yeah.
screw it. You know what? That's what I
Yeah.
want to get.
Yeah, man. Go buy any of those Star magazine. Remember the Star ones where uh they had droids,
Yeah,
Thundercats, all those all those books, man. Another one of those books that Inhumanoids.
yeah,
I
dude.
don't know if you remember Inhumanoids. It was like one of the dopest 80s cartoon that ever existed. It's just giant monsters and dudes and badass like freaking armor fighting each other. Just awesome series.
Yeah, I agree with SNMC here in the chat saying, nostalgia is a bitch. It is, man. It's where I
Yeah,
want
man.
to just throw my money this year in comics, man. I'm looking at like some of the most random things, but hey, man, it makes me happy, and that's all that matters. I hope everybody collects the same way. Collect what you
Yeah,
like, man. Enjoy it.
buy what you love, man. Like I love weird obscure characters, so I've been collecting a lot of like random obscure characters.
Yes, you
And
have the tendency to do so.
yeah, man. But I mean, every you do it, and then all of a sudden they just show up, and then next thing you know, you're like, "Ha!
Yeah.
I win."
There you go. There you go. But all right. Speaking, pickups, we're gonna go through the FOC picks of the week. Guys, it is a mighty list. You might look at the FOC this week and think, damn, where maybe there's a few books that interest you, but man, there is a lot to unpack for the FOC this week. Lefteros brought the heat. Shout out to Lefteros. Jeb, let's get into the FOC picks of the week. Are you ready, sir?
Yo, everybody, let's go!
2025, baby. There's Jeb. All right, guys. Now, the FOC selections of the week for January 20th. The books, again, selected by Lefteros. Now, Lefteros putting in some crazy work. We should all be very appreciative of the fact he digs up so much info for us, and I appreciate you, bro. Now, like I said, It's for the week of January 20th. If you live in the United States and you want to pick up any of these books that we're showing you guys tonight, well, you're still in time to get those orders in. So go visit comicnation.us, where the books are 15% off of the cover price already, but you can get an additional 5% off by using discount code Black Crown. Now, if you also live in Canada, if you're a Canadian like us two, well, go visit comiclegion.ca. You get 20% off already on the cover price. If it's your first order, you can get an additional 5% off by using discount code ENLIST. Now, Jeb, let's kick it off. Absolute stuff. DC, let's get into it, baby, because Absolute Batman issue number 5. You have the cover A right here. I love this cover. There's a lot of great covers, by the way. Like, before we even start talking about the book, there's just so much cover wise that is available. Like, I think I'm buying all 4 covers
Yeah,
that are available on
DC
FOC.
marketing's been really, really good to us right now. Like Batman just absolute Batman just keeps fucking hitting the nail on the head with everything, man. I
Yeah,
mean, the first issue is what it's like at like the 5th print already. Like, holy shit, guys.
yeah,
It's nice to see 100%. It's nice to see DC, getting like really high prints like this. It's usually just Marvel stuff, but yeah, dude, killing it.
yeah, man. It's absolutely amazing. Now, obviously, this issue, the first arc of the Absolute Batman, is pretty much coming to a close. There's so much unfolding. Like I said, I'm picking up pretty much all 4 covers because they're all amazing.
Yeah.
Cover A looks great, but Absolute Batman issue 2 is now going to
Yeah.
a third printing, dude. Third
They're
printing.
printing for a second issue. That's crazy.
Yeah, you were just talking about
Crazy.
this. And
Yeah, man.
within the
Like
book, we get the first full appearance of Absolute Enigma. We get Oswald the Cobblepot, and of course Harvey Dent.
cameo Selena.
Yeah, first cameo of
Yeah.
Absolute Selena Kyle.
Dude, this is just such a badass cover. You got the Jeb. Yeah. Yeah. um you get it's just a badass cover, man. Like buildings on fire kind of makes me kind of reminds me of Dark Knight, fucking like the movie, with the posters and all the skyline and
Yeah,
everything, man. It's sick. Love love this one.
yeah, dude, it's a fantastic cover. Now, third printing, very impressive, like you said, for an
Mhm.
issue 2. But it doesn't end there, guys, because we have so many later printings when it comes to the Absolute Universe. You have Absolute Batman, you got the Absolute Superman, and Absolute Wonder Woman, all going to later prints. Obviously, this being the Jim Lee. Now, I don't like when they just throw us color swaps. I hate when they do that. I will say the red does stand out. It does look good.
Makes it pop, man. It makes it pop.
Yeah, but I would have liked new covers because look, we got spoiled. We got spoiled so far with covers, especially when it comes to DC doing their thing. Man, it looks amazing. Sorry, all their covers look amazing, but I just would have preferred something else. Although Jim Lee did slay these covers.
Yeah, buddy. Jim's always pumping out just quality. Doesn't matter. If it's got Lee, probably gonna buy it, probably gonna put it in, the bin somewhere to ignore it for 100 years and just keep watching these books just go up in price.
Yeah,
Just love everything about the Absolute Universe.
yeah. Comic Nation's not wrong. It's a Jim Lee cover. Of course, people are going to throw their money at it because it's Jim Lee,
Yeah.
himself included, myself included. But I'm just saying, I would have enjoyed a new cover, a new cover. But anyways, hang tight because we also have other.
Black and whites.
Yes,
I love black and white variants, man. I'm always about it. I always think they pop. I love sketch variants.
yeah,
A
dude.
lot of
Now
people
these are
can't stand
incentives.
them.
Yeah, incentives for all 3 issues. So if you guys are into it, like Jeb, right? He likes this stuff. Maybe you might want to
Yeah.
fork out a little more, get yourself the incentives as well. I really like the Absolute Batman cover. That's
Boys, don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. Go out and get these. You're going to be pissy when you don't have them later on, and then you got to go and pay like crazy money for it later. Like fucking smart up.
yeah,
Do better.
yeah, absolutely. No, he's playing, but do better. But anyways, I want to get into some more great DC stuff, guys. New Gods issue number 1. Here's the cover A. It's now going to a second printing. I know a lot of people passed on the New Gods #1 first printing. Uh, I hate to say it, you guys definitely missed out. You get the first appearance of Akala and Olivia Free within the book.
Hmm.
The issue itself. First, I want to talk about second printing because I think Evan Kagel did an amazing job on this cover, but the interiors, dude, the interiors of the book is insane. Ramvi killing it on the story. It was so good. The ending being obviously pretty intense. I loved it, man. I'm on board. Like, dude,
I would,
I never
yo,
thought I would be on board on the New Gods. You know what I mean? Like for DC.
yeah, 100%. I just want to say, like, I'm sorry, Evan Kagel, that your name is so fucking close to Kegel.
Yeah, Kegel.
Like, you had to grow up and not get picked on. I would be shocked if this guy wasn't fucking bullied.
Yeah. Yeah. But the story, dude, I can't stress it enough. If you guys didn't read New Gods, look, I gotta say, maybe you gotta be a little bit familiar with some of the New Gods characters, etc., characters that you see within the book. But if you're not, I still think it's a good jumping on point, man. I was really, really into the read. I didn't get an opportunity to read issue 2, which just came out, but it is so good. It is so good. Beautiful cover, by the way. Like I said, I love it. I'm gonna pick up a second
Yeah.
print. It's too good.
New Gods always felt like they were like the Eternals of
Yes.
DC, right?
Yeah.
Same shit. They were all created by Jack Kirby, like back in the day, right? So
And I will say, if Jack Kirby had the opportunity to read this issue, he would have loved
it
it.
would be not turning in his grave, is what we're trying to say. It's
Exactly.
banger.
Exactly. Yep. But all right, let's move on to the next book because we have Bug Wars #1. It's a new mini series about a brutal bug war taking place in someone's backyard. And I know that sounds strange, but Lefteros dropped a little bit of information. If you had the opportunity to check it on Covrprice, he was mentioning how he got the opportunity to get an advanced copy of this. You got Jason Aaron on this, and you have Mahmoud Azrar. Apparently the issue is insane. Like it's really good, has tons of potential. The fact that I just see Jason Aaron tied to this, obviously I'm more than happy to pick this up. He never disappoints when it comes to comics, in my opinion. But Leftero's putting high praise on this. I think this might be a sneaky one. I'm gonna pick this one up.
Mahmoud Azar, he did he did the Venom Lethal Protector story. I'm pretty sure. This is the guy who's kind of all his art goes to Comics Art Connect, I believe.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if I'm correct on that, but man, yeah, Jason Aaron. Anything that usually Jason Aaron puts out, I'll give a little, a little read and check it out for sure. Um, I wasn't in love with this series. That's just me. Can't love everything, right? But that's cool. Kind of reminds me of like the anime Spider Riders.
Did you have an opportunity to read this?
Yeah.
And you were not entirely feeling it?
Man, it's like I don't know. It's interesting enough. Like the world he creates is cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, like Insectars, and like I said, it kind of reminded me of Spider Riders, the anime. I don't know if anyone remembers that, but it was actually like not even that old. It was like a 2000 like series, but
Yeah.
that's what this reminded me of.
I just googled Spider Riders, and man, I'm surprised you even watched that. Good for you,
Uh,
Kev.
no, it was horrendous. It's not exactly my thing, but it was yeah. This is what it kind of reminds me of.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to be keeping an eye out on this one. Probably going to pick it up for the sake of read. Now, I want to get into the Star Wars territory. There's a lot of Star Wars stuff to unpack here tonight, guys. But Star Wars High Republic Fear of the Jedi #1. Here we have, yeah, the main cover. Now, it may feature comic book appearances of characters from the novels, which, great. Now, Star Wars High Republic, I feel like it's not gotten a lot of love like it once did. Leftero saying the same thing as well within the article. And it is true because when you go back to, when High Republic first hit with Marvel, there was so much speculation, so many first appearances, people going bananas over that stuff. Yes, I dropped that hyper just for you. But people were really high on the High Republic, no pun intended, and yeah, it seems like it's fallen off ever since.
Uh, so it's Star Wars. High Republic. I bought like the first few issues. I thought like, like that plant life form that they started fighting
Yeah, yeah,
right off the bat. That I thought was cool. I love the Jedi lizard dude with the one arm. I think he's pretty
yeah,
badass. So I collected it, got their first appearances, and then I completely fell off.
yeah.
It's Star Wars, guys. There's a lot of freaking lore and shit that I'm not gonna go back and I'm not gonna go read it, and that's just the way it is.
There's nothing,
There's too much.
nothing wrong with that. I don't blame you. I mean, I agree with you. Now, speaking too much, let's look at some of the covers that are available because you have this JTC John Tyler Christopher cover, the action figure variant, and what's
No.
neat about this? Well, of course, you have At the Prime on the cover. Now, I like these covers, especially if you can, match up toys with them eventually down the road. I don't know if they've actually, yeah, they did have At the Prime as a toy, if I'm not mistaken. So that would be cool. But not only that, Star Wars High Republic Fear of the Jedi #1 also has the first cover appearance of Mayho Anisea and Verosha Anisea, two characters. Look, I know the Acolyte didn't go over well with many people, right? I think it's safe to say
Didn't watch
not
it.
every. Dude, I didn't like it. I didn't even care for it.
Didn't
I gave
watch
up.
it.
I gave up after like 2 episodes.
As soon
Okay,
as I saw there was like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Star Wars shit going on, I was like, man, that's hokey. I don't like it. I'm not gonna watch it.
yeah. So yeah, Leftero's stopping us in our tracks because this is now a different book. We're looking at the Manhanini variant for Star Wars High Republic Fear of the Jedi #1, which is a totally different book. But back to the Acolyte stuff. Um,
And I got nothing to say bad about the cover, man. Manhini, fucking killing it. I
yeah.
love all the stuff.
I look. I agree. I think the art is great, but the actual the Acolyte show, the characters, I didn't really care too much for that. I gave up, like I said, after I think it was the second or third episode where
It's the politics that fucking soured everyone.
yeah,
At the end of the day, it was the politics, it was the wokeness, it was all that shit that is starting. We're seeing the pendulum is shifting, guys. It's okay.
yeah,
It's okay. It's
yeah,
coming back our way, but like that shit, I don't know. That's what kind of soured everyone to it.
yeah. Sequential geek, touching on
Yeah.
that as well, and making perfect sense. But yeah, dude, is what it is. I wasn't the biggest fan, but I will say Star Wars Ahsoka issue #8. This is cool because it's a Sousa variant, first cover appearance of Vale. Now, I didn't have the opportunity to play the latest Star Wars game, which is Outlaws.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, this character is within the video game and now making, a comic book cover appearance. So if you were into that, this might be worthy of a pickup. Nothing
Sorry,
for you.
burping.
You're burping. Just let it out, man. Just let it out.
Sorry, burping. Sorry.
Let it out.
Bah.
Jeb,
Souza can't. Hernanda Souza. I don't hate on Souza. Souza always puts out quality covers. Again, Star Wars. Too much lore, guys.
yeah.
I can't catch up. It's like starting Bleach. Anyone knows that you start Bleach or One Piece, you have to commit. The only thing I commit to is tattoos and maybe your wife. That's it. This
Yeah.
shit, it's too much.
I love it. I love it. But anyways, speaking too much Star Wars, we're gonna actually continue because there's an Okazaki variant of Ahsoka that is gorgeous. I love this. Dude, I feel like
Takashi's so
Ahsoka,
badass.
yeah, Ahsoka covers in general always look great, but I just feel like Okazaki does a phenomenal job here with this one. But we're gonna hop back to the Star Wars Jedi Knights #1 because yeah, we
Oh,
hold on.
sorry. Oh, I'm awake.
So yeah, we were talking first appearance of Atha Prime, Corliss Wrath, Vetna Mooncrest, and Sierra Longa. Now, what's pretty fun about this is that Atha Prime was basically created, and this is on Lefteros's article, by the way. Who Kenner, you like I just showed you guys the toy variant. Kenner created to be the antagonist for an extended universe toy line in the 1980s. And Leftero saying that that never came to be. So what's cool is that now we're getting the first appearance. Now you have also that toy variant that exists for this, but there's also this Jurgens variant, first appearance and cover of Corliss Wrath. Now, if you're wondering what the character looks like, well, you have him right here on the cover, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, man, like I said, lots of Star Wars stuff to digest
Yeah,
this
yeah,
week.
for sure. You know what was the best like Star Wars video I ever saw? Did you have you seen on Instagram where like the people are doing like the fucking they're indoctoring one of the new Star Wars geeks and he's like, "My name is Clark Wing Trotter," and
I've
I'm
not
just
seen
like,
that.
"I'm dead. I'm fucking dead." I'm just like, "Oh my god, these basement dwelling fucking geeks, man." They're killing me inside, but it's some funny ass shit, and they're like the most oddity looking fucking humans, man. I'm not even kidding, and I'm just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I have no idea, absolutely no idea what you're.
I as soon as I freaking find it again, bro, I'm gonna fucking send it to you, and
Yes,
you gotta see this shit, and I'm gonna be like, bro,
bro.
what was that freaking movie? That movie that came out like a few years ago and had like the Star Wars geeks and the Trekkies all fought each
Fanboys,
other.
fanboys. It was so. Dude,
Fanboys.
I've watched that movie 9,000 times. I
That is the best Star Wars movie I've ever watched.
Yeah, it's so good, man. The throwdown and Seth Rogen being on the side of Star Trek, so good, so good.
Hi,
Looking all
hi,
doofus
how's
like.
it going? Sorry, but my taser is not put to fucking kill.
Yeah, I
Like
love it.
Jesus Christ, man, that shit was awesome. That is the best Star Wars movie ever made, guys.
I love it, man. It's. I'm not even gonna disagree. That's how good it was. But anyways,
Yeah,
let's keep it rolling because one more I want to talk about the Jedi Knights #1 of Star Wars 1 in 100 incentive. You have an Adi Gallia cover depiction by Torrin Clark. That's pretty cool. Nice cover. I personally have no idea who this character is, so forgive me, Star Wars fans. I ain't the biggest Star Wars guy. But let's get into other books. We're gonna move
yeah.
forward into the ultimate Wolverine stuff. Yes. Jeb with his claws out. Ultimate
Yeah.
Wolverine #1 is going to a second print, and we all saw
Fuck
this
yeah.
coming. All saw this coming. First full appearance of Earth 6160's Wolverine. Let me tell you
Badass.
guys, if you haven't read it yet, please do
Holy
so.
shit.
Please do
So
so.
good.
Yeah. It was mind blowing. Absolutely mind blowing. It was so. Dude, the way they use Wolverine as Winter Soldier, right? He's literally a weapon. He's just a wrecking force that cannot be stopped, dude. He is literally a beast within this book. He is so
Man,
well written.
no, no. The beast is freaking Alessandro Capuccio.
Yes.
Holy shit, man. That doesn't matter what that guy touched. Come
Yeah.
on, Terry. Doesn't matter what that guy touches, man. It's
Yeah.
gold. Like his whole fucking like Moon Knight run, some of the best shit ever. Like the next issue of Moon Knight, you got that the like backy vibes and shit. And then he's on Wolverine and he's killing it on Wolverine. This is the guy I kind of, I wish he was on Venom. I really, really wish he was on Venom.
Dude, I I I was reading the issue and literally at this particular panel where he jumps out of
Badass
the plane, he has no parachute, no
parachute,
nothing. The concept of him being pieced together is just so wild, bro. Like
dude. That was like a throwback to MCU. When Captain America jumped out. What? He's not going to wear a shield,
yep,
motherfucker. You don't need no shield.
yep. It was
Wolverine is built like a brick shithouse, and he just fucking annihilates everyone. It's awesome.
yeah, it was so good. And like I said, when I saw this panel, I was like, this is totally gonna end up being the second print. And no, lo and behold, here we are. Totally totally an amazing cover for the second printing. Now, it doesn't end there with Ultimate Wolverine because we also have issue 2 that's on FOC this week. Here's the main cover. What a cover, dude. Likely the first appearance of one or more members of the opposition. Now, it's, we got Nightcrawler within the issue. We
Yep.
got Mystique within the issue, and that
Dude,
didn't last long.
dude, I am so fucking excited. This shit is like this gets the juices flowing. I know that doesn't sound very attractive coming from me, but boy, does it get the juices flowing. And
Yeah.
let me tell you, when we finally meet Ultimate Sabretooth,
Oh, fuck.
holy shit.
Yeah. Well, dude, you've seen some of the other covers that are available, right? Um, you have Omega Red. Like, dude, there's so much awesomeness coming out of the Ultimate Universe. Ultimate Wolverine, well, phenomenal first read. Can't wait to pick up issue number 2. And you also have the 1 in 100 incentive, which is basically a version of that cover A that I just showed you. And
Yeah,
this,
that's cool, man. That looks
dude,
sick.
I'm not the type of person to say, I'm gonna go for an incentive. I always say it almost weekly that I just settle for the trades. But
Get him.
man, if I had the opportunity to pick this up, if I had the funds, this in a virgin looks so good with Wolverine coming in on the reflection. Oh man, it looks like, dude, it's just amazing. Capuccio killed it.
Yeah. 100% hats off. Let me tell you, that's just a badass image, man.
Yeah, it's so good. So good. I hope.
Never been done, as far as I know, never been done before. Freaking somebody, gleaming off of Colossus's head. Like, that's just badass.
Yeah, I hope everybody has the opportunity to pick up a copy and just read Ultimate Wolverine #1. I can't wait already to read issue number 2. But let's keep it rolling because we have a very extensive list of the FOC, and we have Amazing Spider-Man issue 68. This being the Scotty Young variant. Of course, we've got the 8 deaths of Spider-Man, and like I said, we're coming to a close, guys. You have the Scotty Young cover right here of Spidey within quicksand. It's up
Dude,
there as one of my favorites of the 8 deaths.
dude, did you just see the info Terry just dropped, man?
So let's grab that info right away.
Holy shit, that's a
Yeah,
freebie, boys and girls.
yeah. So he's saying that also. Here's a spoiler for you guys, since pretty much everyone is sleeping on Moon Knight now. The drug lord Achilles
Yeah, that's
Fairchild
so
is an
cool.
Asgardian. So that's pretty cool. That's great.
That is fucking cool.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you, T. We appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, Leftero's always bringing the knowledge, so we're always appreciative. Now, Scotty Young always bringing the awesome covers.
He's got to stop being such a chicken shit and come on the show once or twice, huh?
Lefteros, yeah, let's get it.
Come
Let's
on,
get it.
T. I'm calling you out, T. Don't be a bitch.
Yeah, we're gonna have to bring him on the show. You don't even need to show your
No, I'm
face.
calling him out. Let's
Yeah,
go, bro.
let's do it. Let's just have a fun chat, man. Let's talk comics because that's what we're all here for. Now, Scotty Young putting out fire covers. As always, Scotty Young fans loving Scotty's work. And I love this cover. So this is an easy pickup for myself. I will say the cover A, though, for issue 68 of ASM is amazing as well, man. I love it. You saw it with Spider-Man, the arms folded, head down, looking like that's it. It's done for him.
Man, I'm ordering the one with Venom Frog because that one's coming, and obviously it's you know what? It's probably going to be Paul T. It's probably going to be Paul. I think we've all come to terms with this. Yeah, it's either the all new Venom's either going to be Paul or Mary Jane.
Ugh, that would
Calling
be
it.
terrible. The physique definitely doesn't work for Mary Jane, but yeah, man.
Nah, Paul's a stud, man. If he's got the riz to go and freaking hook up with MJ, like come on, guys, like he deserves a little more credit.
Yeah, he does. But anyways, let's move on. Scotty Young, beautiful cover. We
Scotty
have
Young.
up next, Death of Copra #2. I didn't even read #1, but Savage Dragon fans, well, here you go. Here's a nice little treat because the 1 in 25 incentive of this issue has Savage Dragon and Copra cover depiction by Michael Fife. Pretty cool. I'm not the biggest fan. I know a lot of Savage Dragon fans are pretty intense, so you might want to pick this up.
I'm thinking to myself, when was the last Savage Dragon like like a hot book. The one with his like Asian girlfriend in the bikini. Was that like
Dude,
the last hot Savage Dragon book? With
look,
she had the nips that went like to this.
yeah, look, you're not wrong. To say,
I'm
dude, if you go back though, like those Savage Dragon books are a pretty penny on the secondary market, man.
yeah, like I just can't remember one that like popped in
They're
the
they're
last
up there,
five
dude. They're,
years.
they're harder to
I
get.
Yeah, man, I can't like I'm sure like Savage Dragon guys are nuts, but I can't even think of one that popped. I want you guys to like hit me up on my IG and tell me, prove me wrong.
I will. Like Lefteros is saying, Savage Dragon books have low print runs and do well over time. There's plenty of them. Like if you want, I will like happily pull up eBay and we can go through that after the show, man.
Yo, we should look at that, baby.
We
Like that is,
definitely should.
let me tell you.
But anyways, let's get into your favorite character. Yeah,
Yeah, Godzilla stuff. Dun, 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 dun.
Godzilla,
Like
baby.
he said,
Godzilla. Yep,
big
Godzilla
teeth.
versus America, Chicago, 1 in 50 incentive variant cover by Chris Burnham. Now, I love it. You have Godzilla right there over the track. Two kids, they're playing ball in the street, staring down Godzilla. This is insane. What a wild cover.
They're just like, holy shit.
Yep, it's not looking good for them. Not looking good for them.
Nah, man, it's it's good. There's a lot of like really cool Godzilla covers that are coming out like recently. IDWs, they put out like decent covers. I'm really excited for the new Mothra series that's coming out because Matt Frank, like guys, if you aren't paying attention to Matt Frank, like the guy puts out beautiful art for kaiju stories, and it's just fucking awesome. Like the guy, I feel like is one of the most underrated Godzilla artists on the planet, and nowhere near as big as he should be.
Yeah. You know, I'm looking at the slide and the IDW logo still has yet to settle with me. I don't know why. It still looks like
Oh, it's
ID.
shit. It's
Yeah,
absolute shit.
it just looks
Yeah,
like ID Comics and Entertainment, and I don't know. It's just whatever. But anyways, the
garbage.
Godzilla cover is pretty neat. So there's that. But anyways, speaking neat covers, guys, we're gonna talk a little bit of some incentives available. Star Trek.
Holy shit! We
Yeah,
went from one geekdom to the next geekdom
yeah.
again. Star Trek lovers, like you can't even. They're like honestly between the two of them, I'd love to watch them all just like fucking just scrap and beat the shit out of each other because I think that would be the most entertaining thing out of any of these franchises is watching them fight each other.
Yeah, but I will say that Star Trek Defiant issue 24, 1 in 10 incentive variant covered by Okazaki. Dude, Okazaki's becoming more and more of a favorite
He's
of
just
mine. Like
popping,
his
man.
yeah,
He's coming out of the woodworks. We know who he is now.
yeah, dude. His work is just absolutely amazing. Every time I
Yeah.
see one of his covers, I'll be scrolling through Previews World or whatever, looking at FOCs, and whenever I see his cover, I always find myself, whoop, hold up. This is a
Yo,
pickup.
I was just thinking like you guys remember the cable guy? Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. When they're fighting, they're doing like these. Ah, dude, that was the shit. If you want to watch Star Trek, watch Cable Guy.
I love it, man. Yo, Jeb bringing the sound effects to tonight's show. So thank you for that. But let's keep it rolling because incentives. We have Magic #1 going to a second printing. It's obviously the J. Scott Campbell cover. Now they have the background in a new color, being more purplish. He's also got some exclusives on his website right now of Magic #1 in Virgin covers as well. It's pretty much the same thing as what you're seeing here on the slide, but different color. I think it was orange or something, if I'm not mistaken. Whatever.
Yeah,
But
but
regardless,
also don't even forget, like J. Scott Campbell's been posting this exact cover, but a red background on his exclusives.
yeah,
J. Scott Campbell, they're gonna beat this cover to death.
yeah. Don't get me wrong; it's a beautiful cover. Like I really
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it.
yeah.
But
Jay
yeah,
Scott, you can't go wrong. The guy can draw females like nobody's business.
yeah,
Although that Savage Land one was kind of weird. The leg was in a fucking weird place, and I was like, "What are you doing, Bud? Bud, what are you doing? Like that's weird."
the
But
Savage Land one was definitely the lesser of my favorites.
mhm.
Yeah, I agree with you
So
on that
yeah,
one.
man. Like I said, they're gonna beat this one to death. And Jay Scott's putting out exclusives for this same cover, but all red background.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
buy
Like I
what
was
you like.
saying. Yeah, but I agree. I agree. It's look again. You could go the exclusive route, or you can just go the 1 in 25, whatever suits um what you like, I guess. But anyways, new champions number one. This I like the 1 in 25 incentive. New champions cover depiction by Luciano Vecchio. Beautiful cover. This cover actually saw a little love on the secondary market as well on the first printing. So first printing, I gotta
Dude,
say, I think this was the cover.
yeah, for sure. And I'm always bugging Luciano. I'm always bugging him because he's got the new Venomverse stuff coming out. He's got the new Spider-Verse stuff coming out. He's
Yeah,
doing all the design variants for that stuff, and I'm super excited for that. And there isn't like he's huge now, man. Like there
yeah,
isn't anything that he puts out that isn't a banger. His Venom War, Deadpool was a banger. Luciano is a freaking force to be reckoned with, man. Like
yeah. He's on
he's
fire, dude. Yeah, Vecchio's
he's the Italian stallion, man. There isn't nowhere near how many punches he takes and he doesn't get back up and just kills it.
yeah. Speaking Italians, you know who I'm seeing lesser of, but I want to see more of? Mastrazzo. You
Yeah,
remember?
yeah.
Yeah, Mastrazzo.
Mastrazo, just because he does exclusives
Yeah,
mainly.
I hate that.
Mastrazo is a huge fucking exclusive guy now. He's like Unknown has him in the back pocket. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, dude,
Like
I hate it.
Darren from Unknown has him like, yo, can I get a Savage Land can I get a Savage Land Rogue? Cool. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
Darren from Unknown definitely got him in the back pocket there.
Yeah, but new champions number one, 1 in 25 incentive. Like I said, the first printing being this cover by Vecchio was probably the cover to pick up for this book.
Heck you.
Yeah, it was a fun read, so I really liked it. But check out this Storm number 5, 1 in 100
Dude,
incentive,
dude,
dude. Yes,
dude. If you
Tranuya.
guys aren't reading fucking Storm right now, you should get the hell out of here. Fucking leave. Like honestly, just go away. I love how Marvel has taken Storm and made her the it girl. She deserves it. Great character. Like that Eternal Storm stuff that just dropped in the last issue. Holy shit. Everything's beautiful. You even got to see her in some skivvies, man.
Yep,
We got to see full on fucking like
lingerie, baby.
lingerie fucking Storm, baby.
Yep.
Roro.
She,
Roro.
yeah, dude. A lot of
Yo.
I was seeing some posts about that, man. People were soaking. They were eating that up,
Oh, dude,
enjoying that
like
panel, enjoying
you
that
go to
panel.
X Man and there's everyone's doing the fan art. Like everybody's doing the fan art of fucking Aurora and fucking like all the skivvies, baby. Like,
Yep. Bring it.
let me tell you.
Bring it.
Wow.
Bring it.
Oh.
Yep. But anyways, let's keep it rolling because Transformers issue 17. That is fantastic, by the way. I think you deserve a lot of credit for that. That was
Transformers.
that was fantastic sound effects. You're on fire with sound effects, man.
Transformers. All that meets the eye.
Yeah, love it. But Transformers 17, here we have the cover. A solicitation states that this issue will feature the debut of an all-new character. Now, what kind of character are we getting? I don't know if we're going to be getting an Autobot. Are we getting a Decepticon? Is it going to be any type of Transformer? Is it going to be a human side
Is it gonna
character?
be Goliath?
Who knows? But it would be foolish to be sleeping on anything coming out of the Energon universe as a whole, and definitely worthy of a pickup.
All I
Now,
gotta say is such heroic nonsense.
Yeah, dude, you have to do the sound effect for everybody. One more time as I change book. Ready, go. There you go. So now we have the 1 in 50 incentive by
Holy
Omari.
shit,
Dude, this
man!
cover is badass.
Man, you never see fucking cliff jumper or wheeljack. So this is cool.
Yep, exactly. Wheeljack, Cliff Jumper right here, and Optimus Prime, of course, on the cover. Omari killing it. I love this cover. It's so nice. Um, ah, those 1 in 50 price tags always hurts. I'm a cheap dude. I'm a cheap dude. I'm a broke dude.
It was just his shadow. It doesn't count.
Fire John Williams, Jeb for all soundtracks when it comes to the Transformers. Michael Baker saying he's going to claim all at 100% when it comes to the two books we just
Man,
wrote.
man, I'm excited for Free Comic Book Day, Ballpoint. Like, who doesn't love a Transformer who's a pen?
Yeah, and it's so funny. Like the cover itself on the free comic book day is just so funny. How they literally tell you there's a the new characters right there. I love that. I love that. Leftero was saying coming from the guy that founded the one panel full appearance.
Yo, this
Um,
guy Terry's hating on me, man. You know what? You know what? He's guys, don't let it get you. He's like he's my guy. He's my G. I love and appreciate that man. He familia.
yeah, you guys
But
are
he's
like
wrong. He's so goddamn wrong.
yeah, married
Goliath
couple.
was a shadow. It doesn't count.
Married couple. You guys are totally a married couple. But anyways, Geiger issue 11. Guys, we need to talk about this because, yes, Energon Universe is definitely popping, but I highly recommend everybody gets into the Ghost Machine stuff. Now, Geiger 11, cover A, we're going to get the first full appearance of Ash Arden, aka the Glowing Woman. Now, issue 10 was very good. At the end of issue 10, as you can see, we have a little silhouette here, a shadow, sorry, on this cover A, and that's exactly what we're looking at. It's the thumbnail for tonight.
Red
Geiger
boy,
10 is going to a
you
second print. Now, the character didn't appear within issue
no.
10. We only got pretty much that, a glimpse. Now, first
Yeah,
cameo appearance.
we just got the full appearance of her entire body and she talked and it was fine.
Yeah. Well, you have the first full appearance taking place in issue 11. Issue 10. Here you
Boys, you're gonna need a condom for this one because I'm just saying she probably carrying a little radiation. So you're
yes.
gonna need a little something between you. Just saying.
Yeah, you want to protect yourself from that
Protect
radiation, but
yourself. Hey, no love, no glove, no love.
no glove, no love. I love, dude, you're on fire tonight with these one-liners and sound effects. But it's a wonderful cover. I'm looking forward to learning more about this character. Like I said, issue 10, we pretty much didn't get
Yeah,
much of the
I'm
character, but
excited for her to pull out her rods and
fuck shit up. Fuck shit up. There you go. Right? That's what we're gonna say. Is that what we're gonna say, Jeb?
yeah. Fuck shit
Yeah,
up.
I love this. I'm totally picking this up. I can't look. Even Alex was saying everybody should be reading Geiger right now. It's just so good. But I think the book I'm really excited for this week on FOC is Doom Academy #1. Here we have the main cover, first team appearance of Doom Academy, but it doesn't end there, guys, because there's many wonderful covers, including the 1 in 100 incentive by Ryan Brown. This looking mean. Look at the eyes on Doctor Doom. Victor's looking a little scary, bro.
Man, you know, Ryan Brown, he never really puts out a bad cover. I always try to get like used to like cuz you know it like it's got like everything that Ryan Brown does it's got like this I don't know, it's like a grainy effect.
Yeah.
Like everything he puts out is like a grainy effect, but this series is going to be good. First, you know, Doom Academy. I think it's wicked. Anything that obviously Harry Potter-esque type shit pops, right?
Yeah. Well, look, Strange Academy was a great read. I loved it.
Yeah.
I've got myself a CGC 98, not based on speculation. I just really enjoyed the book. Picked it up from the second it came out
I
the gate.
I bought all this shit, man. Like, you know, the only one I didn't get, and I'm literally kicking myself in the nuts, like both of them, like as hard as I can, because I didn't get the one that was like the homage to the Breakfast Club. Fuck, what an idiot! Every other ratio I got, everything else, all the second prints, but I
Except
didn't
that.
get the Breakfast Club one, like a bonehead. Didn't
Yeah.
want to. I was like, oh, I'm buying all these. I don't want to pay like $50 more. Like that was dumb. That
Yeah.
was
I
dumb.
I will say I agree with Comic Nation on this one. How unfortunately the 1 in 100 by Ryan Brown is also an open order cover, and that's something Marvel does over and over again. Like we see this every week on the FOC lists, but that's just their thing. And some people, really enjoy the virgin covers as opposed to the
Yeah,
trade. I'm the opposite, so I'm okay with picking this up in a trade for myself.
yeah. Like I don't think I'm gonna go like insane on
No,
Doom Academy. I'm gonna grab a couple things. Hopefully they'll introduce like a couple of, Doom's disciples or whatever kids.
yeah,
I'm kind of hoping to see Pia again,
that would be
the
great.
vampire girl,
Yeah, that would be
because
great.
super underrated first appearance. And yeah, man, I kind of hope to see her again.
Yep, but that was the FOC picks of the week by Lefteros. Now, of course,
Yeah.
go support him, show some love. We all appreciate Lefteros' hard work that he puts in every week. I don't think you guys realize this, but just on FOC tonight, that was 33 slides. That's right. So out of those 33 slides, 29 picks by Lefteros for tonight. If you guys liked any of these books, nobody's telling you to buy them all, but if you like any of them and you live in the United States, go visit comicnation.us. 15% off of the cover price, but get an additional 5 by using the discount code Black Crown. If you're in Canada, go visit comiclegion.ca. It's already 20% off on the cover price, but get an additional 5% off if it's your first order by using discount code ENLIST. Now for coverprice.com, that's right, go visit coverprice.com. Lefteros' entire article is written right there on the website. Go check out the FOC selection portion on the website. And of course, there's many other fun features on YouTube. You can find myself and the crew, the Lords of the Long Box, talking the top 10 every week, and of course, the weekly shakers. But if you enjoyed hearing all this FOC stuff, hit the subscribe button, guys. If it's your first time here, thank you for coming to hang out and, listen to what we had to say. Now, Jeb, one of my favorite things to go through is the market report, seeing what's sold on the secondary market. And let me tell you guys, we have a big list this week, a big one. Michael Baker bringing the Baker Shakers again this week like a machine. So, Jeb, are you ready?
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Love it. Has your wife asked you yet why you're always screaming when you're on YouTube? Has
Nah,
she asked?
I'm fucking loud all the time. It doesn't matter.
Don't ever change, Jeb. That's the way we like
Nah,
it.
I'm loud all the time.
Love it.
You should see me at work. I really get fucking loud.
I love it. Don't ever change. But guys, market report. I'm looking at everybody's list. Of course, House of Stein, CBSI, Key Collector, Cover Price, Go Collect, eBay, Validating Sales, 130point.com, you name it. If you guys have Instagrams, I'm keeping an eye out on what you got. But most importantly, the weekly Baker Shakers. That's right. Michael Baker hitting me up every week to send me books that have sold on the secondary market, whether it be on heritage auctions, if he's looking at eBay, the same way I am, all of that fun stuff. So let's get into it, guys. There's no particular order. This is not a top 10 show. This is
Cheers, you bunch of fools.
sal-
Cheers.
salute, baby.
Oh,
Enjoy, baby. But yes, man, we're just going through books that sold on the secondary market in no particular order. So let's get into it. With the first one being a Baker Shaker. Guys, Web of Spider-Man #1. Disney California employee variant. That's right. I bet some of us had no idea this existed. But
I knew it.
Harley
I knew it
Keener.
existed.
I know you did. Harley
I
Keener.
knew it existed.
Harley Keener that
So,
we all met in Iron Man 3. Here we have the first
yeah.
appearance of Harley Keener within the comic book CGC 98. Sold for 185 US dollars. Baker Shaker this week. Talk to me, Jeff.
So everyone knows this was like given out to employees at Disneyland. Huge pain in the ass book to find. I was hunting this book actually pretty strongly, and I did not get one. And I did get the 1 in 25 for Harley Keener's
First
first
appearance.
full appearance, and then somebody offered me money that, made me an offer I can't refuse, like gave me a bunch of money for the book, and I was like, fuck yeah, take it. If you want it that bad, take it. So I have like fucking 10 copies of the A cover. So I was like, whatever. But this book was pretty interesting when it first came out because man, I love this kind of shit. I love when McFarlane gives his employees the one pers or
Yeah,
whatever,
love that.
like the Knicks Spawn cover,
Yeah,
which pretty
you
sure we were
guys
talking about that this week.
you guys are gonna see and hear us talk about a few books as such tonight because every week it's something that I'm coming across as with myself, Michael Baker. We go through some selections that he sends my way, and it's something I really enjoy. I like going through those types of books, right? The Transformers one where we had the it was all the outline of them in red, white background, employee holiday giveaway. I don't want to bring up the NetherRealm
Yeah.
Spawn book because people are going to lose
I
their shit.
I think that like me and Michael Baker, man, we would be fucking chilling and having lots of drinks and shit and chilling and just talking about all this obscure shit because I feel like he's like my spirit animal where fucking like he's the same like me. He likes going after the weird shit.
Yep.
And man, like he's a gem, 100%.
Yeah, dude, I love him. He's a huge contribution to the channel, and I love this book because this Disney California employee variant, like you said, the obscurity, those random books you've never heard of. I love coming across such things. So this is awesome. Now, like I said,
It's
you're gonna
weird, right? It's like it's something nobody expected to happen.
yeah,
It
exactly.
wasn't supposed to happen, and all of a sudden it was like it was a thing, right?
Yep.
And those are just neat books. They're just neat books to chase and to hunt down and to find, and then having something that nobody else should have, like 100% obscure. Nobody else has it. There's not a fucking chance in hell anyone has it, and that is it. Just gets the juices flowing,
Hell yeah. The juices are flowing. But
makes me spit when I talk because I'm just so excited.
yeah. Keep spitting, baby. Web of Spider-Man #1, the Disney California employee variant. First appearance of Harley Quinn or CGC 98, $185 Baker Shaker this week. But let's keep it going because Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #4. Guys, this is the second printing that came out back in 1987. Michael Dooney cover, baby. But a CGC 98 sold for $2,257. Baker Shaker this week. It is a
And
book that I love. I want in my
yeah,
collection. I know that it's very out there on a higher grade. Like I'm not going to drop
yeah.
$2,000 on this. But why do I love this book so much, dude? This is the exact same cover as the NES, the video.
Video game,
Yeah,
100%. And this book was like honestly like 5 years ago. This book was fucking like not expensive at all.
yeah,
You know what I mean? This book was like not something that would be like insane to own.
yeah. And now here we are. Look at the 98, baby. This is very up there. CGC 98,
Deserves it like
$2,257, but it's not
100%.
a
It
high sale.
deserves it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it deserves it, man. Like 100%.
Yep. I remember, Michael Baker was saying, Hyper, I said your name as soon as I saw the sale because Hyper Comics is a huge Ninja Turtle fan. And same thing. It was the same thing we were telling each other, myself and Michael Baker. Like, man, I'm sure he would have a ton to say about this book. But if I'm not mistaken, he probably has one in his collection. I wish I did. Definitely won't be dropping that kind of a
Yeah,
coin.
the purple, the blues, everything pops on this cover. It's just a beautiful cover.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like you look back on TMNT, once upon a time, they all had red. They were all Raf,
God,
pretty
what
much.
a pain in the ass fucking video game though.
Oh
Like
yeah, hard.
one of the hardest video games I've ever played. 100%.
It
To this
was.
day, is still one of the hardest games ever to play.
Yeah, it's very frustrating. I'll leave it at that. But an awesome
Yeah.
book to have. CGC 98, $2,257. Now, up next, I want to bring you guys World War Hulk #1. Some people probably didn't even know again this cover existed because Aspen
Yeah.
Comics had an exclusive cover done by Michael Turner, and I love this because a CGC 98 sold for only $250 US. Baker Shaker this week. Lots of World War Hulk talk lately.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So Michael Turner has been working and doing stuff with Aspen for a long time. He's got a lot of beautiful Venom covers. He's got a lot of beautiful Spider-Man covers. This was one of those books where it was like a lot of people probably missed out on it. Like I bet there's not a lot of people who have this in their PC. I will fucking guarantee you there's a lot of people who doesn't have this in their PC. World War Hulk was 100% one of my favorite, like, big everyone coming together arcs. Um, Fucking Hulk coming back with his, his Warkin. Like, it was just a solid series. And then eventually we got to see, Sentry, who's going to be popping up soon in Thunderbolts and Hulk battle. So that's one thing that I want to see. I want to see World War Hulk. I think that would be one of the coolest things in the world, is to see Sentry and Hulk smash.
Yep. Yeah, that would
I
be amazing.
mean, I mean, I mean smash, like smash, not like smash.
Yeah.
Like but you know what I mean.
Yep. Dude, World War Hulk, like I said, there's been a lot of talk of it as of late.
Yo,
It's
that's
looking.
just a tip. Go get the first appearance of Meek. Meek was the insect dude who evolved throughout World War Hulk.
Mhm.
Go get the first appearance of Meek, guys. Just saying.
Well, Jeb's just a tip given to you guys right there. But back to Michael Turner and
Yeah,
this book. What's sad about this? Of course, unfortunately, Michael Turner passed away in I
10-4.
think it was 2008, which was this book came out just before that. It was 2007, somewhere around there. So shortly after, it wasn't too long after. Unfortunately, he passed away. But Michael Turner's work, dude, I find myself in dollar bins sometimes going through so many things, and then I'll come across
Grab
titles
it.
such as like Fathom, and I'm like, man, these covers are just so good. Like they're worthy of buying.
Fathom. Fathom was such a good underrated, like, series. I loved his artwork. That it was like the Reef. Like
Yeah.
the Reef was like their body armor and stuff, and it was just beautiful art.
Yeah, well, I remember we were talking. There was a Soulfire book that because obviously Michael Turner worked on Soulfire.
Yeah.
We were on Covrprice talking the Shakers, and a Soulfire book had hit the list, and then we were talking about it, and then on eBay, like, dude, the prices were so low, and it got bought up so fast. I forget which issue it was, but it was just such a wonderful Michael Turner cover. Beautiful. I love Michael Turner's work. World War Hulk #1. This is only $250 for a CGC 98. I think that's a very fair price right now, especially for a book that you know
Yeah.
you don't see much of out there in the
Well,
wild, and I don't think there's many on the census as well for this. But anyways, let's keep it
Michael
rolling.
Baker, you're right. I wasn't looking at the coral or the reef.
Yeah, there you go.
You know
Dead,
me. Damn it.
Deadpool 42, Jeb. I want to talk about this one because it's a G.I. Joe 21 homage cover. CGC 98 selling for only $108. Baker Shaker this week. I guess we could say it's an homage cover. I guess he's the real American Zero.
Do you have the other book for, like, do you have the other cover that it's a homage to?
Here, I'll pull it up. But in the meantime, uh,
Honestly, I've never seen this cover in my life, guys. This is just pretty cool. Like, I didn't even know this one existed. So
yep. It's dude, I want to say same thing, man, because looking at GI Joe books, then sorry, Deadpool
Mhm.
books, like I didn't go this far deep into the Deadpool run to get to 42 issues.
GI
Um
Joe 21.
yeah,
Let
hold
me
on.
tell you.
Dude, it's a classic. But let me try to find a nice big Okay, I got one for you guys. So here you go. This is an eBay sale. It's currently at 995 US dollars. So yummy, yummy. Hold on. So share screen, and here we go. So I'm sure you know this cover, dude.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, it's just that he's like spraying bugs rather than shooting.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. TKO Collectibles silent cover
Yeah.
or
So
a silent story.
what do you think about this one?
Ah, it's cool, man. I've never seen it before. It's pretty fun. Very fun.
So check this, okay? Hold on. I stopped my camera just because I wanted to show you guys. I think it's somewhere here. Hold up, hold up. Yeah. So I was in Ottawa for work on Tuesday. Ottawa was pretty good to me on Tuesday when it came to LCSs. I came across this Ottawa Comic Con book that is also an homage. So I just want to show you guys. It's pretty cool. Here you go. So there it is, man, on the Parliament doing his thing. Not
Nice.
bad. Yeah, GI Joe 201. Not a key book, but pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't see many of these. I was checking on eBay. I was seeing listings at like $100. I don't think it's worth $100, but hey, for $2, it was a sweet pickup. I didn't care. It was nice to have. There's so many books that homage this cover. So yeah, very neat. Deadpool 42, CGC 98, $108 US dollars. Now, let's get into the Dark Avengers,
Ah,
guys.
man, I
Yes.
fucking love Dark Avengers. Mike Diodato is my jam. I Mike Diodato Jr. Sorry. Um, so I've had this book a few times in my collection. For some reason, it's always been sold. Dark Avengers is one of my favorite. Like I'm not even bullshitting. One of my all time favorite series. Fucking Norman Osborn. Obviously, I don't know if most people see this,
Hold on.
but I'm a big Goblin
Oh,
fan.
that's neat.
Huge, huge, huge fan of Norman Osborn. Big Goblin fan. Man, love this series. Sentry was so freaking awesome in this series. Every issue fucking was a banger. But
Yep.
this issue alone, when they're creating the team and he's going to like everyone's, place or home and being like, "Hey, you don't have a choice, either join me or we're gonna fuck you up, or you can do this." And he talked to Dakin, and he was like, "Let's go screw with your dad." And then he made Bullseye fucking Hawkeye. Like
Yep.
the Iron Patriot suit is still one of the most badass Iron Man suits ever made. Man, it Dark Avengers Bendis last successful. 100%. It was probably one of Bendis's best books. 100%.
Yeah. So
110%. It was just solid writing. The storyline was great. You never really felt like you were reading all about villains, because it was just like in the day of the life of these guys who are going to go out and do some good. They did some good,
mhm.
but man, when Sentry ripped off Morgan Le Fay's
Oh,
head,
dude, it was insane.
he just fucking and fucking Norman Osborn. And I guess that was issue 2, but Norman Osborn was just like, Sentry engage,
Yep.
and they're like, you Avengers can't do shit, and he's like, we're not those Avengers. I love everything about Dark Avengers.
I'm gonna be
That's
honest, man. I was looking at the Thunderbolts trailer, and I mean, sure, we still don't know who actually bought the Stark Tower, the Avengers Tower. But I'm hoping that we do see Norman Osborn.
Yeah, man. It's about time we get the proper MCU Norman Osborn.
Yeah, dude, I would love that.
Dark
And
Dark Reign was just such an awesome series when they went after Asgard, and it was such a good series. It introduced us to, the Cabal. It introduced us to so many different things. It was just man, I love the whole Dark Avengers era.
Yeah.
Dark Reign, just one of my favorite storylines, just because Norman Osborn was such a G in it.
Yeah. Now JD is saying the same thing in the chat, which we want to see that. We want to see that within the MCU. Norman Osborn, Dark Avengers. Now, this issue right here, this cover for Dark Avengers #1 is actually the New York Comic Con 2009 exclusive. Deodato obviously killing it, but Norman Osborn becomes Iron Patriot in this issue. And, CGC 98, only $250. I think this is pretty cool. Again, I know some enjoy exclusives, some don't. But I think this is great.
But this is like, okay, this is a New York Comic Con exclusive. This was for New York Comic Con. It's not like it was a shop exclusive. This is different. I always treat these exclusives different than I would some random shop exclusive, right?
Yeah.
Like, and this one is just one of those ones that I think there was like a regular cover, there was this cover, there was a black and white second print.
Yeah, I think it was the second or third.
Yeah,
I think it was a third.
Black and white third print.
Yeah.
Dark Avengers was something that everyone needed at the time.
Yeah.
They needed a little more brutality. They needed a little, I don't know. They just, and then Sentry was like, you really got to know him and his agoraphobia, and you find out that he was like, he's an addict and all the type of shit. And it was just one of those things. I remember Sentry's like, I'm Galactus.
Yeah.
When he was in the void. Yeah.
Yeah. Chiapet in the chat saying they may be the Dark Avengers, but it will not have anything to do with Osborn. And I think that would be weak in the MCU.
Yeah.
Because it's a key part to the Dark Avengers that would be missing.
I just want to see Matthew McConaughey as Norman Osborn, man. Like ever since that was kind of like teased and everything, I just want to see Matthew McConaughey as Norman Osborn. I think that's so perfect.
Yeah. But anyways, look, it could surprise us. I think Thunderbolts itself is going to surprise us. It's going to be an amazing movie. But Dark Avengers #1, the New York Comic Con 2009 exclusive, selling on a CGC 98, $250. That is not too bad, man. Not too shabby. Now, a book we all saw coming, guys. Michael Baker, Baker Shaker this week. Storm issue #4, Natees, Marvel Rivals variant. We saw all the other ones pop off. Of course, a Raw Near Mint, hovering at 50 Canadian dollars. That was a high sale I had seen over on eBay, but many others, comfortably around the $30 to $40 mark. Again, all saw this coming. Brace yourselves for Fantastic Four 28 when it drops. Featuring Galacta and Jeff the Land Shark on the cover. I think that one's going to go probably nuclear, simply because it's got two of the favorites within the video game. Galacta narrates pretty much the book.
I got a Chiapet, my brother. One of the most badass Thunderbolts teams that ever existed was the one that Norman Osborn started. With Ghost and fucking Mr. X, the Headsman, Liana, like the Black Widow, Liana, what is her name? Blah, blah, blah. Can't say her name properly. Man, it was important for Norman Osborn to be there.
Yep. Has to be. Now, back to Storm, issue #4. This one, like I said, we saw it coming. The books, people keep asking themselves, why are they popping so much on the secondary market? Yes, there's love for the video game, whether it be kids, collectors, whatever it is that's causing this to spike. I think it's really the fact that these books hit FOC prior to the game's release. So not as many eyes were on the video game. And now that, so many eyes are on the video game, of course, these covers are seeing a lot more love on the secondary market. And here you have it, 50 Canadian dollars. Do you have any, Jeb?
I did. I got the Venom. I got like 5 copies of the Venom one, and that's the one. That's my jam. Everyone, like I said, I'm a symbiote guy collector. Venom, obviously, I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be like fucking huge because only the biggest game ever that ever existed for free to go play, and it's like, and then it's like, Guys, if anyone's scrambling to get this shit, you're insane to me. You're actually freaking insane to me. Not like if anyone's scrambling, because we all knew this shit was gonna pop.
Yeah.
I knew it. I felt like it, and it's cover price shit, right?
Yeah.
Don't mess around with FOC, guys. Man, FOC is important.
Yeah. No,
And
for
then you
sure.
guys are scrambling later on and paying crazy, exuberant prices on eBay for this shit.
Yeah. Just to answer Sequential Geek's question, because he's saying this is Shaker, so this list is based on units sold, not top prices sold this time period. So, like I say at the beginning, basically, I'm just looking at books that sold on the secondary market. Some that I think are cool, some that are just interesting to have discussion about. Not always the top sale. Example, let's take that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #4, that CGC 98 that sold for $2,200 and something dollars. That was not a top sale, but still an interesting book to talk about. Seeing the sale now at 2,200, I believe at its high was at about 2,800 or 900, somewhere around there. But I just like talking some of these books that we see selling on the secondary
Man,
market.
I just love to see Jeff fucking exploding like he is.
Yeah,
Like, guys, it's a shark with 4 legs. It's crazy. It's crazy that something like that's blowing up. And that's why you always gotta the weird shit, guys. Always pay attention to the weird shit.
yeah,
Just the random stuff that just pops up and gets a name, like like urinal cakes.
yeah. Urinal
The
cakes.
symbiote urinal cakes.
Yeah,
Greatest
exactly.
symbiote ever created.
Yeah, and
I'm
just
just saying, guys, never miss out on the Howard the Ducks, the Lockjaws. Let me
yeah.
tell you.
Yeah, exactly. And just to finish answering Sequential Geek's question, exactly. It's just books that I think are interesting. Let's talk about what sold secondary market. No rhyme or reason. There's no top 10. There's no nothing. If it's a top sale, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, no, there's nothing behind it other than wanting to talk books and continuing to talk books. Check this out: Green Lantern issue 55, the 1 in 25 ratio cover by Doug Mankey. 66 universal on the CGC census. What does universal mean? It means the blue labels. CGC 98 selling at $450 Baker Shaker this week because Michael Baker gave me this book in my DMs. Ironically, it popped off on the Covrprice Shakers list, the daily Shaker list, as I was, checking it out yesterday. Now, Lobo Love is definitely alive and well. We are in the Jason
No.
Momoa era.
Jason fucking Momoa love is definitely 100%. Like if you're not a big fan of Jason Momoa and the incredible lovable human that he is, I'm sure he's got some demons, but don't we all?
Yeah.
Anyways, Jason Momoa is gonna be fucking Lobo, and that is awesome.
Yeah, it is, man. And look, I was just saying the Jason Momoa era that we are in right now, because obviously there's FOMO, anything Lobo related, thanks to Jason Momoa. But this particular cover, 1 in 25, like you see here, so there's only 66 blue labels and a 9/8 of this book. Not many people were ordering Green Lantern to the 1 in 25 points, so no shops
Great
were not
homage,
ordering.
though. Like this is such a good homage to. I'm sure someone knows the actual one. The whole Feralax shit.
It's not clicking with me, man. I can't.
Yeah, but this is kind of like the one where Hal Jordan's got all the rings like on his hands, and he's just like,
Oh yes, I know which cover you're speaking of, but if
yeah,
you're
this
gonna
is
ask me,
definitely a homage to that.
I'm not too sure, but I do like what's in the word bubble right there, where he says, "I'm gonna stick these rings where you can't see their light." So yes, definitely paying homage.
Yeah,
There you go,
Feralax,
Parallax.
100%.
Yeah. So he's saying Parallax cover homage, Chia Pet. So thank you for that. Green Lantern 50 or 49 is what
Thank
he.
you, Chia Pet.
Yeah. So appreciate that. Now, let's get into some other fun creatures that you love. King
Yes.
Kong. Yeah.
Yeah.
1968, guys. We're going with a golden key here. Another Baker Shaker on the list this week. Movie adaptation, CGC 9.0 selling at
So
700 US dollars.
so crazy story. So when I was a kid, I had this book.
Oh shoot.
I had this book when I was like a little kid, and I just fucking read the shit out of it because I was always, if anyone who knows me knows I love Godzilla, I love King Kong, I love all that kind of shit, right?
Yeah.
And I had this book as a kid, and dude, it's so nice to see it up there. So
Yep.
nice to see it up there.
Yep. That explains so very much. Coming from the Theros. But it's a wicked book to have. I was reading that on the CGC label. Apparently it says it's a painted cover. So I guess the artist back at this time had just done the painting, and they rolled with this for the cover, which is really neat. King Kong.
Oh, it's one of the most freaking iconic movie scenes that ever happened was Kong fighting the airplanes. You know,
Yeah,
it wasn't the beauty that killed the beast.
yeah, dude. I love the colors on this.
Or no, it was the beauty who killed the beast. Sorry,
Literally.
fuck.
Yeah, literally. But
Sorry, booze, guys. Children, don't drink in podcast.
yeah, take that shot. Do your thing. Don't worry. Take the full shot. But yeah, dude, I love this cover. The orange really stands out. Gold key issue right here, 1968. King Kong, you can't go wrong. CGC 9.0, 700 US dollars. Now, check this out because, guys, what would any secondary market talk be without mentioning Mark Spears? Of course, Mark Spears Monsters #1. I did try to avoid it, but I had to bring this up only because this CGC JSA signed copy that sold on the secondary market had so many bids on it.
It's
And the
crazy.
9.8 sold for $1,404. Now it's a foil edition of the Bridezilla cover, and dude, this was not available. I think it was only available on the Kickstarter, if I'm not mistaken. Um, Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, if you're catching the replay or whatever. But just to say that this book sold at $1,404 just shows you how much power and momentum this guy has right now. Um, People are
Dude, I'm
flocking to it.
just I'm just hurt hoping the fucking do not burn them out, guys. Like,
Yeah. I the question I always ask the question, whether it be on Cover Price here or just in general, is Mark Spears' love is very strong, but when does the fatigue kick in? And I
I
almost feel
know, I know.
like you said, don't burn him out, right? There's so much stuff coming out, right, from Mark Spears, that the bubble, right? Oh, there you go. So Derek's saying the same thing. Loves Mark
Yeah.
Spears. I do too. I love his work, but it feels like it's just gonna burst at any point now. Like still, as you can see, things that are more scarce, harder to get. Mark Spears stuff. I've said it before.
Popping.
The Kickstarter stuff, I totally understand. I could totally understand because a lot of people slept on it. A lot of people didn't have the opportunity to pick it up.
I always pay attention to like Brian Polito's like Coffin Comics Kickstarter stuff.
Yeah,
I always like that, and every once in a while I'll like buy something from there. Just thinking that, eventually some of that like, Lady Death stuff's gonna pop.
yeah. But what I was getting at is with the Kickstarter stuff and more of the scarce things, like I guess we could say earlier monsters via Kickstarter. I don't think those will ever really come down. And such a book like this, I think will always hold because these are not easy to come across. Whereas some of the other ones, although people did sleep on, monsters when it did drop, at release. Many covers came out, the Bridezilla one being the heavy favorite of them all for
Yeah.
issue #1. I think the Bridezilla one's going to hold, but Mark Spears stuff, I think people are it's going to start to come down very, very soon. Like I could already see
There's
it.
so much of it, right? It's like,
Dude,
yeah, like
Spawn.
Jonathan
Spawn.
was saying about the Return of the Living Dead book.
Yeah.
Like right out the gate, that's crazy money people are asking for it, right?
Yeah. And obviously there was a story tied to that regarding Mark Spears. Now, if we're gonna talk some other Mark Spears books, like I said, I bring up the Spawn one. The Spawn one got no love. There's many other books that Mark Spears has put out that didn't get as much love. So if you're wondering why Mark Spears Monsters stuff, especially the earlier stuff, the Kickstarter stuff, gets love, well, it really comes down to the fact that not many people had the opportunity to pick this up. It went completely under the radar. So I understand the CGC 98 selling at $1,404 US. Very impressive sale. I'm curious to see how these types of books will hold throughout time. But it's safe to say that there is definitely a ton of love for Mark
Yeah,
Spears.
there's a ton of love for them titties.
Yeah, no kidding. Now, back to TMNT, Teenage
Oh,
Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue number 18. Mark Torres, 1 in 10 retailer incentive. This is back in 2013. It is an homage to Nirvana's album Nevermind.
never mind.
CGC 98, 1,500 US. Cover price daily shaker. And this sequential geek is a top sale. This is the highest sale recorded by Cover Price so far for this issue. Very impressive because I've seen this go up very steadily, dude. Like it's
Yeah,
taken jumps significantly. A 1,500 US sale for a CGC 98 is pretty impressive.
yeah, man. Nirvana homages. There's, you know what's awesome is like when people do music album covers, there isn't like a ton of them out there.
Yeah.
You know, homages to music albums. There's yeah, 100%, buddy. 100%. So there isn't like a ton of music homages out there. So these always pop, in my opinion. I always feel like they're always something people are, you know, people want to go after, right? It's like a unicorn or like the Loch Ness monster. You just want to go after that ass. I mean, that cover.
Yeah. The homage cover for Nirvana's Nevermind has been done several times, man. Like even fucking Department of Truth had one.
Yeah.
There's just so many, but I think this one stands out above the crowd. As you can see, 1,500 US for a CGC 98. I love this. Mikey just wants a slice of pizza. You dangle it in front of him. Well, he's gonna try to get it. He's gonna try to get it. I love it. I
Can't
get
believe it.
this, but it's a very impressive sale. Highest sale recorded to date, man.
It's
Sequential.
such a simple cover, right? It's
Yeah.
just simple cover.
Yep.
So I'm saying
Um,
Marvel spends on their music, and so did Batman. Yeah,
yeah.
100%.
Sequential Geek saying, "I love how Nirvana is now this timeless, iconic brand to homage." It's crazy to see it, but anyways, pretty cool sale right there. Now, the Transformers number one. This is from the 2009 run, the 1 in 10 ratio by Tim Doyle. You got Optimus on here saying, "Change into a truck." You guys, yeah, you guys might think I'm crazy, but this happens to be one of my favorite Optimus Prime covers. It's at least in the top 10. Run near mint, selling at 180 US. Cover price daily shaker. It's not the highest sale, but very impressive, to showcase here because 180 US for a raw copy, I think speaks volumes. You would
Yeah, man.
figure you have Transformers, you have issue number one, even if it's 2009, you would figure many shops are ordering 10 copies. I'm not too sure that's the case because Raw Near Mint still holding at 180 US all this time after the fact. This is a fantastic Optimus cover.
100%, 100%. I just finally watched, Transformers 1.
Yeah.
What a good movie. What a like a down to earth nice good movie.
Hold on.
Good.
With Shia LaBeouf.
No, 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 no. I'm talking like the animated one.
Yes. Okay. Now we're talking the real stuff.
Yeah, yeah, the animated movie was
Yeah.
such a good movie. Like, I don't know, it just makes you want to go out and buy like everything Transformers.
Right.
Finally watched it, loved it. This this book, what's it homaging again? Like I feel like this image has been done like Guerrero or whatever his name was, Jose Guerrero. Was that Guerrero? I can't remember. Um But yeah, love this cover. This is actually such a badass cover.
Yeah. So there you have it. Everybody's telling you it's the Obama 2008 political campaign.
Yeah,
It
but I feel like it was before that.
Yeah, this came out after the Obama one came out. So there you go. Chip had saying it was perfect how they set up their history. I think is what he was trying to say.
Sorry, it wasn't like Shea Guerrero. Like, didn't he have like a poster like this?
Um, I don't
Like
know,
the,
man.
like the fucking guerrilla warfare dude.
Here, so I'm gonna show you exactly what it is that they're homaging because it's very spot on, Jeb, and it's so
Yeah,
good, guys in the chat. I hope you enjoy this one.
thank you.
I know I
That's
do.
Chia Pet's like, yeah, Guerrero. Chia Pet knew who I was thinking. I was thinking of Castro. No, I'm not thinking of. I'm not thinking of Castro.
Yeah.
No,
So there you have it, man. This is what they're pretty much homaging, and it's funny because you could buy this poster at fucking Walmart. That's awesome. But anyways, man. So yeah,
yeah,
that's what it's
put up a
homaging.
Shea Guerrero poster really quick.
Oh yeah, dude. Hold on.
Yeah, I need Shea Guerrero poster because I feel like he did it first.
So hold up. Let me get to that. Oh my god, there you could literally buy it at Walmart, and it's
That's hilarious.
yeah. Share, yeah. So you're talking about the yeah, it is. It's the same poster. Here, I'll share the screen. Tell me if you see it. Hold on. So share screen. There you go. It's the exact same poster, dude.
Fuck, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Shea did it first,
Yeah, he did. He did.
bro. You can't like one thing that's good is my memory. I'm just like I'm pretty sure Shea did this shit first.
Yeah. Jeb is thinking about Castro.
No,
Probably.
I'm not thinking about Castro. No toot today.
Yeah.
No
But
toot.
all this to say, a fantastic, fantastic cover. I love Transformers 1 in 10. Totally, totally worthy of a buy. Now, Deadpool 45. This is the Hastings exclusive, which is no longer in existence. 2015 Jerome Opeña variant. CGC 98 selling for 235 US dollars. Close your eyes, Deadpool. I love this.
I don't know. It doesn't really do anything for me.
Yeah, I think
I
it's a
don't
neat
know. I
cover.
don't know. It's like mid.
Yeah. Well, it's not a
It's
oh
it,
my god cover, but
oh my god! It was like, oh, see no evil, hear no evil, hear no evil.
yeah,
I don't
it's
know. It's mid to me.
mid, yeah. But hey, those Hastings things, not easy to
Yo,
come across, dude.
random
Especially in a
shit.
9.8.
I really like that. There's a nice big meat cleaver in that's just so randomly put right there.
Yeah. I didn't even see that until you
Yeah, it was just like
pointed it out.
it's just like okay.
Yep. Yep. Pretty interesting, man. I like this one, but let's keep it rolling because we have a lot to talk about. Venom issue number 2. Check this out, guys. 2016, 1 in 25 ratio by Trad Moore. CGC 98 selling at 251 US dollars. Cover price daily shaker. Love this because this is my Venom, guys. The colors, everything about this. This is the Venom I think we all grew up
Now we're
enjoying and loving.
talking.
So Jeb,
Now we're talking.
let me just
Trad
give you
more, baby.
let me
Trad
just
more.
let me just give you the honors. Why don't you just go pick it off the shelf while you have a moment? So there you go. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Anybody surprised that Jeb has this? Biggest Venom fan I know.
I just want you all to know that I didn't pay shit for this. I paid little to nothing. I just want to put a shout out to Culture Shock Comics, Tarek. Appreciate you. Glad that we worked this out, and I ended up getting this basically for free.
Yeah, that's wicked. You told me you traded up for this, right?
Yeah, I traded like a first appearance of Silk and a first appearance of Null
Yeah.
for that book. And let me tell you, there isn't a lot of Tradmore Venom stuff out there, guys. We had this issue, Tradmore did like a big story where Venom, Eddie Brock, the Priest, all that kind of stuff. We got to see Venom fight Scorpion. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Um, Let me tell you guys, this book, there is a few of them online. There's like one online that's a 9.8 where it's like $600. But this book is not an easy book to come by, my peeps.
Nope.
This book was a huge pain in the ass to find and to get. But again, like I said, big shout out called Shaw Comics. Thank you.
Yeah, dude. Correct me if I'm wrong. 2016 is the run right after Flash Thompson.
Now this is the run that it ended up being
Lee Price.
Lee Price.
Yeah, Lee Price. There you
Yeah,
go.
Lee Price.
Okay, so yeah, that's the one. I was mixing them up. I'm like, wait a minute, because Eddie Brock doesn't he end up getting the suit back?
Yeah, Eddie Brock gets the symbiote back.
Yeah,
But let me tell you, there's not a lot of Tradmore. This is probably the only Tradmore Venom cover that exists.
yeah.
The only one. There is no more. There's no more that exists outside of this one. This is the only Tradmore cover.
It's a wonderful cover. I think he killed it. Like I said, this is the Venom I grew up, loving. It really gives the animated feel, the colors. I think, I forget who it was in one of our group chats was showing off one of the most recent statues or toys that just came out of Venom from the animated series, and it looks exactly like this, man. It's just so well done. I think Tradmore killed it on this cover. He absolutely did an amazing job.
And it just sucks, man, because I feel like Tradmore was like coming into himself in 2016, and then like we haven't been talking about him after like Silver Surfer Black.
Yeah,
Like
very
what?
unfortunate.
Where did he go?
Into the void. Into the void.
Yeah, man, into the void.
Yep. But anyway, CGC 98, $251 US. Now, check this out, guys. This is a fun one. I want to show you Michael Baker bringing this info my way.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, issue number 1. This is the concept art edition. This was for Disney California and for Disney Florida. CGC 98, $897 US. It's a Baker shaker this week. This is wicked because this falls into that category of what we were talking about earlier within the show, that Web of Spider-Man issue number 1. Being given out to the employees. This one available at the amusement parks, Disney California and Florida. CGC 98, $897. If you're wondering what's the price tag, it falls into that. It's hard to come across. You don't come across this book in the wild. So seeing these come to sale on the secondary market, of course, $897 to me makes sense for this one. Now, Jeb, I don't know if you had the opportunity. Did you hear some of the things I was saying regarding this book? Because this is, again, neat.
Star Wars guys. I mean, this is cool. This is like point of view when you're like shooting at shit, right? Why not?
Yeah.
I got nothing, man. Star Wars to me is just not. We're not gelling.
Yeah. Now, just touching on some of this, I think if I'm not mistaken, there was just very few issues for the Galaxy's Edge that was, of course, related to the theme parks, etc. But the book has really hit highs. 9/8 were hitting even way higher than this. You were looking at 9/8 in the thousands mark at one point. This concept art edition was at like $3,000 or $4,000, somewhere around there, and we're talking like 2020.
So was this like a book you could only get at the California ride?
Yeah, exactly. So Galaxy's Edge was a 5-part miniseries that tied in with the opening of the Star Wars area of the same time of the Disney theme parks, both in California and Florida. So this was only available. I believe it was for the employees, if I'm not mistaken. Same thing like the Web of Spider-Man.
Yeah, man, 100%. And again, these books are super cool because they're super obscure, right? So
Yeah, exactly. But
yeah.
anyways, let's keep it rolling. Cool book, Michael Baker. I love this. Doom number one. This is gonna open up a can of worms, guys. I think we're gonna
This
go
is
into
gonna open up a can of whoop ass, is what
yes,
this is gonna do.
yes.
This all this shit right here is gonna do is piss off everybody.
Yeah. Now, Doom number one, of course, 2024 New York Comic Con, the Whatnot Marvel trading pack, red foil of this issue that was limited to 24. Raw copies still selling at 1,299 US dollars.
That's so fucked.
Yeah, it's not the highest sale, but
You know who bought that, guys? I just want to say that the 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 person who bought that was someone who had no idea what he was buying.
yeah,
That's the only thing that it can go through my mind is that the person who bought that, it's like the Kith books, you know, the KIF, the Kith books that PCA put out.
yeah,
Those ones are going for stupid money. These ones are the Whatnot, a raw copy. That's crazy.
yeah.
That's just crazy.
I
That doesn't make like go slap yourself in the face. You spend that kind of money on this book.
Yeah, I was watching the Shakers on a Thursday 2 weeks ago, and I saw Gabe and Dr. Yo-Yo getting into it, Chris, over these Whatnot packs because some people really enjoy these, and some people think it's horrible for the hobby. To each their own. There's no right.
I don't think it's horrible for the hobby. I don't. I think it's like it's a lot of fun. A lot of people can, but $1,299 USD. You need to get. I want to go and kick his ass. Like that's what I want to do. I want to be like, you need a role model. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. Look, 1,300 US is not chump change, man. And I understand
No.
that I understand it's limited to 24. Trust me, I get the idea of it. I do think the PAX thing is it's a cool concept. Do I care for it? No, I don't. Personally,
No,
I don't.
and it's on like one of the coolest Doom books that ever existed. We know hands down this was probably one of the coolest Doom stories ever. I think the biggest miss on this whole Doom story was the fact that they didn't take like the reveal of him in his celestial armor or whatever,
Yeah.
and they didn't make that a second print. That was the biggest
Miss, yeah.
fucking miss.
I agree with you. I
But
think they should have done that at 100%. But I the Doom book itself at $1,300 I find wild. It's a cool
crazy.
concept. Look, like I said, if we're gonna talk the trading packs as a whole, this is a conversation we can have on an entire hot topic discussion. I would love to hear what people think about it. Is it a cool concept? Yeah, I think some people might enjoy it. Do I enjoy it? No, I don't care for it. I don't. I'm
No,
not here to
I
press. I'm not here to press my luck when it comes to fucking comics. I'm gonna pick up what I want, and that's it.
yeah, I think this is just fucking somebody who didn't know any better went and paid this much money for this book.
Yeah. Is what it is, but it's still holding at 1,300 US dollars, guys. Very
Yeah.
impressive. Now, last book I want to show you guys is Pop Kill number 4. Adam Hughes cover that's limited to 270 copies. It was a Kickstarter book. This is back in 2021. Raw
Hmm.
copies of this book are selling at 825 US dollars. Cover price daily shaker. This is a high sale, let me tell you. Now, of course, we can see some, nipple appearance here through the wet t-shirt, and unfortunately that
Yay,
fire hydrant.
titties!
Yeah, the fire hydrant.
Yay,
Fire hydrant is not my favorite right now. Totally blocking
man.
some view.
Yeah, that's hate. That's what that is. That fire hydrant represents hate.
Yep.
Um, Adam Hughes, love him or hate him, some of the shit he puts out, man, is like literally carbon copy shit that he sketched off of somebody else.
Interesting.
It's crazy. It's actually crazy.
Interesting. Now, I will say, raw for 825 US dollars is very impressive. Again, understandable. Kickstarter, under the radar, limited to 270. This came out in 2021. It was available on the Kickstarter for Popkill and was available through, I believe, 3 tiers. So there was 3 different tiers where you could have managed to scoop up this cover. A lot of people slept on it, and that's what's driven this to this point, because raw copies at 825, well, that's pretty much the reason behind it. Adam Hughes, like you said, some of his covers feel kind of redundant. You but immediately know his artwork when you see it, right?
There is a naked variant for this cover. Yes, I've seen it.
Yep. There you go. So
I've
if
seen it.
I'm curious to know which one, man. Now you got me curious. But
Oh, yeah.
anyways,
But yeah.
very interesting book. Very interesting sale that I had come across, and I thought it was worthy of sharing with you guys, because Pop Kill is something I have no idea about. I've not read. I now want to know what this is about. I understand the hype behind this sale, but $825, that is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Jeb, I believe we're going to be going into overtime because we have some hot topics to talk about, and the hottest topic of the week is going to be Diamond, because Diamond, oh boy, Tuesday was a very interesting morning for comic collectors as it was for
Yeah.
retailers, and yeah, it was madness. So, Jeb,
What was it crazy? Was it madness? Was it anything that we fucking didn't expect? I don't know.
we shall see. Let's get into the hot topic. Sir, you ready?
Let's go!
All right, guys. Now, before we get into the Diamond stuff, there's some other things that came about this week as well, and that being some awesome trailers and other news. So let's get into it, because up first, we got the trailer for Daredevil Born Again, and man, did that look insane. It was edgy, dude. Many things happened within this trailer that I wish we could break down one by one, but we don't have that much time. First, I want to bring up, you have...
It's bullshit. We got lots of time, everybody.
Yeah,
we got all the time in the world.
We have Foggy there.
Foggy?
Yeah, Foggy. We have the crew there. You got obviously the Punisher, Frank Castle, the mask falling down from the top, looking like some dramatic big event must have taken place. You've got Mr. Fisk himself talking with Matt Murdock. Lots of stuff taking place within this. Now, I want to just mention a few things. One, Frank Castle looks fucking badass. Like he's been through some shit. I can't wait to see how Punisher and Daredevil come together within the series. But Daredevil, the conversation he was having, Matt Murdock with Wilson Fisk, talking about crossing that line, the line that was crossed. It's looking like they're gonna go that route within comics.
Wait.
Go ahead.
David LePage.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm mixing up Adam Hughes with Greg Land.
Yeah, Greg Land's notorious for that. Not
Greg Land's notorious for that. Adam Hughes probably doesn't do that. So my bad. I think I was mixing the two up.
Yeah. Well, when you mentioned the take, I was like, interesting, because I've never heard of such.
Yeah. So I was thinking, you know what? When I was thinking back, I was like, you know what? Yeah, it's probably not right. So, but you know me, man. I fucking, when I say I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's fine. It's okay. It was a mistake. Yeah. It was a mistake. But Greg Land is notorious for that.
Greg Land and Adam Hughes, for some reason, they both fucking the same.
But anyways, let's talk Daredevil. We accept your apology, Jeb. We accept your apology.
Yeah, man. No bullshit. Like, man, I don't want to put out fucking fake news and all that kind of shit. But yeah, Greg Lang, Adam Hughes, for some reason, fucking, they were driving the same in my head for some reason.
You took
probably the booze. I apologize.
Yeah, you took one too many shots. But anyways, back to Daredevil very quickly, because the trailer talking about crossing a line. It seems that, at the end of season 3, it looked like he was gonna kill Wilson Fisk. Like he was losing his shit, and clearly that's a line he doesn't cross. Now he did cross that line. From then till now, something has happened. I feel like that is gonna hover. Kingpin's gonna have that hovering over his head at all times. I don't know why I get the feeling they're gonna touch on the Chip Zdarsky run. I don't know if you remember some of the things that unfolded within that run.
Man, no, Chip Zdarsky run was one of the most pinnacle fucking runs that has ever happened.
Yeah, exactly. And then after later on, we get Matt Murdock thrown into jail. You remember all of that stuff. Now, could that be how this season ends? We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what he has on him. But we also have Karen and we have Foggy. I really think Foggy's gonna die. I know that that's been speculated prior. It was talked about prior. I do think it's gonna happen.
I don't think it's gonna happen because he's still a thing in nowadays. Like
Yeah,
he's still a character in fucking recent Daredevil. They're not gonna kill Foggy. Foggy's always been there. Maybe the girl.
yeah.
I don't remember reading
Karen.
a book with her in it lately.
Well, we'll see. It could be, but regardless of the fact, Daredevil's killed somebody, and I can't wait to see what's happened. You know what I mean? Like the trailer was very intense, lots of brutal fight scenes, etc. The drop kick that he gave the guy in the fucking alleyway to the leg, where he just drop kicks it bent inwards, like that was insane, dude. We've yet to even touch on, yeah, exactly, Muse. Within the trailer, there's a lot more that's hovering and just in the
Bro,
background.
did,
Post
did did everyone read the Red Band? Daredevil Red Band? Holy
you're
shit.
talking about the recent one that just came out.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah.
There was the resurrection of the Muse. Like there was some awesome shit in that. That was awesome. Muse is a huge character. Muse is a character I've been pushing for the last 2 years. Was a character I was like, we talked about our spec group, the Senate, and I was like, guys, this is a character you don't want to fuck around with. 100% he's coming. 100%.
Yeah.
110%, and I was right. And we get an MCU appearance of the Muse.
Now,
Fucking
if I'm not mistaken, this was supposed to be 18 episodes, right? The
yeah,
season that was up and coming. Now, I think they're breaking it up into 2 seasons.
that's cool. That's fine. Like
I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on the breakup of
the
2 seasons.
more, the better.
But
Right?
I figure at some point, if they're going to touch on the Chip Zdarsky run, don't be surprised if Matt Murdock ends up in jail. And imagine that, man, like him in jail alongside other people that he's gone to court against and put into prison. Like that would be insane. I'd love to see some of that unfold, but some other stuff. There was a little thing where you could see
Yeah.
Wilson Fisk on Times Square's screens, and you could see there's a little reference here to Luke Cage, which is pretty interesting. Now we know Luke Cage, the Defenders. Not many people enjoyed Luke Cage on the Netflix side of things. The Defenders, I don't think anybody really liked it. I do like that they're still showing Steve Rogers the play that's taking place there. But they're talking about Harlem's Paradise, and that is a direct reference to Luke Cage. Now it has
Yeah,
me.
they're talking about Luke Cage, and wasn't it recently? I honestly I don't know if we have it in any of the stuff that's coming up, but the new Shang-Chi, they're saying that Iron Fist is going to show up, and if Luke Cage, I hope they keep the same actor. The guy was fucking perfect.
Yeah. No, he
Like,
was. He definitely looked the part. Now it has me wondering if we're going to be seeing.
dude, you
Yeah.
fucking you got the Carhartt, baby. The
what?
Carhartt. I got a yellow one upstairs, you know.
My man. But what I was trying to say is that, like, if we're going to start seeing references for Luke Cage, you look at how Spider-Man No Way Home ended,
Yep.
and he's very street level based now. He's back to basics.
Which they're gonna go and turn that all upside down.
They need to bring this connection together. They need to bring. I want to see Peter Parker up against Wilson Fisk, because now Wilson Fisk is clearly taking over his
And I heard rumors of the Rose.
Yeah. The Rose too.
Dude.
Yes, I heard about.
Yeah, rumors of the Rose. I've heard, man, I've heard so much cool stuff. I kind of hope this will be like the death of Daredevil, and then we see Daredevil's like 90s armor costume.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm like one of like probably like the 10% of people who fucking loved that era of Daredevil just because he fought so many like he fought a lot of monsters and shit. He fought Bushwhacker. Bushwhacker was always one of my favorites, like with his like morphine hand and shit. I don't know. It, so many things they could go
yeah,
down. So many paths they could go.
yeah. There's plenty. But like already here, as I was saying, we're seeing some Luke Cage reference. Hopefully, we're going
Yeah.
to see some Peter Parker at some point. I would love for it, as Chiapet was saying. Maybe it'll be in Spider-Man 5. Sure, man. If this all ends with reference of Peter Parker and Spider-Man, and we get a straight kickoff for the next Spider-Man movie, which would be 4, not 5. I'd be okay with that, man. I would love that, but we'll see. We'll see. Tons to speculate about. The excitement is real. Now, I want to bring up this because Captain America: Brave New World. We saw some.
Yeah.
We saw some posters. The movie is coming out February 14. Of course, people like myself going on the 13 because I don't want to see any spoilers. But I love the posters. They're great. But one thing that stood out to me is not the IMAX one, not the Fandango one. It was this one, the Dolby Digital one, because of course here we have Tiamat back. Yes.
Yeah.
And it only further
The
confirms.
adamantium.
Yeah, it only further confirms that exactly what we've said in the past. How it seems the big
Dude.
war that's going to be taking place here within the movie is going to be over Tiamat, who is adamantium made now after being touched by
And
Cersei.
then on top of it, we got like with Doom's Sorcerer Supreme reign, we got Red Hulk coming back, which is fucking awesome. This is like one of those things where it's like go back to the Red Hulk series and go get the first appearance of Zero One. Go get the first appearance of Black Fog.
Yeah,
Go get the first appearance of the Terminix. And the freaking what's his name who showed up back in Immortal Hulk, General the black dude. I forget his name. But let me tell you, man, go back and go get those freaking first appearances of like all the Red Hulk's new villains that were created for him. Let me tell you, dude, like all that shit's I feel like it's gonna come around again. It's gonna come around the bend, you
yeah,
know? And everything Red Hulk is gonna be like what's old is new again. We're gonna get a plethora of Red Hulk shit. But Black Fog, I'm telling you guys, that is a super underrated first appearance, and you guys got to go after that one for sure.
yeah. Michael Baker asking, did anyone else like the Eternals? I did. I actually enjoyed it, man. I think a lot of people didn't appreciate. Oh, stop. There's there were great
Bro,
seeds
it was
planted.
boring as shit. It was cool that Skarsgård was playing fucking that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was cool. He was awesome. So much better as Count Orlok in Nosferatu. Fuck, guys, like jump
yeah,
on and go watch that movie. That movie was amazing. But like Skarsgård as the Eternals bad guy or whatever is.
seems
Sorry, guys. Like fuck, like it was. Eternals was boring as shit to me. Sorry.
so.
Uh,
Look, is it the most entertaining movie? No, nowhere close. But like I said, story wise, there was a lot of things that unfolded there that could play key roles within the MCU. Man, they've been around for thousands of years,
it
and
was it was a key role that didn't amount to shit.
yes, shit, not yet. I think as movies progress, people will have an appreciation, kind of like right now. So, example,
I feel
Tiamat.
like if they like connect like Shang-Chi with the Eternals
Yeah,
and the rings and all that kind of shit, maybe it'll be a little bit cooler.
but again, Tiamat now being at the forefront here, probably what the main war is over. Within the Jason Aaron run, I've said it in the past, that becomes the Avengers Tower. Now, will that happen here? Who knows? But many things could unfold. I'm excited for this. It's clear as day that this is very important. Tiamat's going to be very important within the movie, so that's going to probably be what everything is going to be fought over. So, looking forward to that.
100%.
Yeah. Now, I do want to bring this up very quickly. We won't dive deep into it. It's still rumors for now, but apparently the upcoming Strange Academy series has reportedly been officially greenlit at Marvel Studios, which is great. Now, this is coming via Daniel RPK, who is a very reliable source when it comes to such leaks. Strange Academy, we said it earlier when we were talking about Doom Academy. I'm excited. It's, a great series read wise. So I'd only imagine.
It's I think like it's only gonna be a hit, guys. Like
Yeah.
any of that Harry Potter type shit and make it Marvel type shit, like there's no way this misses.
No,
There's no
exactly.
way.
Exactly. It won't miss. And now, if this does come to be a thing, I would see this more as a Disney Plus series as it would be a movie. I don't think it would be a movie. Who knows? But I think that, for,
Great way to bring great way to bring characters into the forefront, like Brother Voodoo, and it would be a good way to bring magic into MCU.
yeah.
Um, I think honestly, I think it would be cool to bring Rien, Wolverine's daughter. I
Yeah.
don't know if people remember that character that just came out a few years ago, which is another book where I'm like,
Foil.
don't fucking sleep, guys.
Yeah.
But I think she would make a great headmistress because she's a witch.
Yeah, I personally enjoyed this. I thought it was great. Strange Academy, for the sake of Reed, was great. So I would love to see this on the big screen or in a Disney Plus form. I just hope they don't fuck it up. Is what I'm gonna hope for when it comes to this. Now, before we get to the big stuff, I want to show you guys this Marvel Rivals. The comic is gonna be arriving April 2nd,
God, it was
2025.
the. I'm not gonna lie, guys. The ultimate. I read all this on Unlimited and it was shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
didn't like it. I didn't like it. It was fucking like it was kind of like jarring how terrible I thought it was. But
so
I again each their own, but
So to add some meat behind what you just said, basically what this Marvel Rivals comic is going to be is a one shot that collects all 6 issues of Marvel Unlimited's Marvel Rivals Infinity comic in print for the
yeah.
first time. So this was available only on Marvel Unlimited a few years ago, and yeah, so now they're going to be printing it. It's coming
Not a
through.
few years ago, it was just recently. This
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, recently.
all this shit just dropped recently and it was I don't know. I was like, "Meh." I
Yeah,
read I've read every issue so far and I was just like, "Man, like you guys didn't hit it with me at all. I'm
yeah. No,
pooping on it. Jeb is pooping on it. I'm sorry, I'm pooping on it."
but yeah, no, I was thinking about Jeff the Land Shark being years ago when it comes to the Marvel Unlimited stuff because Jeff was basically digital prior. But anyways, the Marvel Rivals is now going to be coming to comic books. Curious to see how this is going to handle on the secondary market, but I think people are more aware this time around, so I don't think it's going to be slept on. I think people are going to order this.
And 100% like you said, if you sleep on it, you miss it, you're probably gonna fucking hate yourself. So just grab a few copies. The story itself was boring as shit, but that's just me. Again, I am one opinion to the masses. The game is fucking badass. I love the video game. This series did not hit it for me,
Yeah, yeah, no, dude,
but
the read's not that good. Like
yeah,
that, I'll agree with you, but again, the hype is there, so we'll see how this, comes to be. Once it comes to release, will it explode on the secondary market? Is this going to hit 100,000 copies on pre-orders? We shall see. I would think it's going to hit high pre-order numbers because everybody is really excited and loving Marvel Rivals. Now we still have three months, well, a little less than 3 months before it releases, so time will tell. Time will tell. But at least you guys are warned. This is a thing. It's coming to
Yeah,
be.
man, it's 100%. It's a
Yeah.
thing.
Exactly. Now, let's get into it, guys. Let's talk the Diamond Comic Distributors bankruptcy claim. Apparently, Diamond on Tuesday. It's funny because when the news broke, I was actually standing in the LCS. Well, it's not really an LCS for me. I was in a comic shop in Ottawa, and I heard the guy on the phone talking about it. And I was like, "Holy shit, what's going on?" And I had seen it immediately after. I checked it on Google. But Diamond Comic Distributors files voluntary petition for relief under Chapter 11. So basically, this
Hmm.
Chapter 11 stuff, the company received commitments for 41 million in DIP financing. Universal Distribution has actually made a 39 million dollar stalking horse bid for Alliance Game Distributors, a non-binding letter of intent to buy Diamond UK. So Diamond basically protecting themselves. Apparently, they've already because I'm gonna fast forward a bit. They've already gotten the grant like approved for this in court. So
So, so
that
this, I don't know if we can get this like to come clear.
hold up. There you go.
This was the official,
Yeah,
and it talked about Universal buying everything.
yeah, exactly.
So this was the official from Diamond Distributors sent to all the retailers. Uh, I don't know if people are able to see that. Click on it, take a look. Universal. So apparently everything right now is like business as usual. Yes, we're going bankrupt, but business as usual. And Universal is coming in and sectioning the shit out of Diamond.
Yeah,
Um, if anyone was paying attention, Diamond had to shut down some places because of weather,
yeah.
because all that kind of stuff was going on. I kind of knew this was happening. I knew like a week before, when before they even like posted this, that they were going bankrupt. So
Exactly. Now we'll dive into that in just a second. So Dan, this is where I was headed, and I'm happy you're mentioning it. But just to add some more layers to this, Diamond claimed Chapter 11 as opposed to
yeah,
Chapter 13, which means that they're reorganizing and are hoping to return to the market as of if they would have went with Chapter 13. That means there's no return. They're not coming back. Bankrupt. Adios. Now Chapter
adios.
11, yeah, the reorganizing thing. Look, you pretty much just said it. They're basically coming out saying they want to reorganize. They're filing Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Already, the morale must be shit over at
Yeah,
Diamond with
yeah.
employees.
So the morale must be shit, but I mean, like guys, like I said, business as usual. They're selling out like like little things from Diamond,
Yeah,
right? They're sectioning Diamond up, selling it to wherever. Doesn't mean it's going to affect retail. It's going to affect retailers, but not in like the massive way that we'd all expect when if they, like I said, they did chapter 12 or
So,
whatever.
so I'm happy you mentioned the retailers because guys, I'm gonna mention a few things though when it comes to Diamond, and I apologize for being a little harsh because I've spoken to many people who own comic shops, etc. And here's the reality, guys. For myself, it was no surprise, and I think majority who have dealt with Diamond, this is no surprise. When I was in the shop, the guy was just like, okay, cool, like he saw this coming type thing. Now Diamond monopolized the industry for decades, guys. That's the reality. And they pretty much could have done whatever the fuck they wanted. And they were acting that way too. Like from what I've heard from LCS's multiple shops, it's been nothing but horror stories. From whether it be the actual books themselves, the orders not being fulfilled or receiving
Yeah.
damage, and then poor customer service. They've been treated like fucking scrap. I've heard some stories that I can't even share just because of how bad they were, man. And I'm gonna leave it at that. But companies that dealt with, diamonds to have books distributed have left, and it's not the first time, guys. We saw DC hop elsewhere, right? We've seen like Image has no interest in dealing with
Like I
diamonds
say,
whatsoever.
Diamond broke up. Penguin's got a piece. Luna's got a piece. Everyone's got a piece. Diamond sold fucking shit to Universal.
Yeah.
It'll be
So
interesting to see how things go.
Jeb, for myself, I find it interesting that they're going with the Chapter 11 for the restructuring, etc. Because, like we just mentioned, and as some of you are saying within the chat, the big companies already started moving away from them, anyways. So, like
100%.
I just mentioned DC, which is huge. DC was huge, and when the news broke, you already knew, guys, that the House of Cards was starting to fall, man. Um, Horror stories that I have heard have been monstrous, but let's talk now. The companies going elsewhere. You had Lunar Distribution, you had the Penguin Random House. So
Yeah.
now, starting to pick up some of these big companies, and they've been doing very well. I've heard nothing but great stories out of, from shops regarding Lunar, regarding Penguin Random House, and I'm kind of happy about this because, guys, like I said, Diamond has not been an easy company to deal with for most shops, and
No.
it's not good when somebody like fucking Diamond is
When
monopolizing.
they control the monopoly, they had all the power and they just did whatever the fuck they wanted, and it was not fair.
Yeah, exactly. Chiphead's now adding some information saying they used to rob the publishers, telling them the trade
Yeah.
paperbacks didn't sell, requested refunds, were told to destroy the trade paperbacks, and they would instead discount them and sell to shops. Scams like that. I could tell you guys, there's a lot of other shady shit that's happened as well, and it's really fucking mind blowing how it's taken this long. In fact, I think that was the bigger surprise to me is that after so many years now the House of Cards starts to fall, and
Yep.
it's again, I do see little things that might disrupt deliveries, books, new comic book day. Sure, if you're a shop using Diamond solely, man, you need to rethink your strategy here because, like, they're probably the worst out of everybody. I've heard nothing but amazing stories so far coming out of like Lunar and Penguin Random House for quite
I
some time.
mean, there were some issues with like packaging and everything, but I feel like they took care of all the complaints, and now things are a lot smoother for all the companies.
Yeah, dude, Penguin Random House is not a new company. Like this has been around for fucking decades, dude. um
100%.
yeah, like we're talking big distributors here. So I'm happy about this. I think the next question is what happens after this? Like will companies like Marvel just go straight to, maybe printing themselves and distributing on their own? Maybe that's another alternative. I saw Swaggerhouse talking saying certain things as such. Maybe that is something that they do. Maybe they just go via Kickstarters or whatever it may be. Who knows? But I think this is good. It's a good change. We need to really get away from the bullshit that's coming out of Diamond for so many years, and I think
100%.
it's going to be a breath of fresh air for the shops, for the companies that are grinding like Marvel, Image, everybody. Like, dude, Image wants nothing to do with them. Like, fuck, they don't give two fucks. Um, I was on I was on Previews World yesterday,
Get
and I noticed
pixelated.
that the Image books weren't there.
Yep.
So they're shying away, dude. People are shying away.
100%. 100%. There's, like I say, they were the monopoly and then they weren't all of a sudden out of nowhere, right?
Yeah,
And that's just the way it goes with big companies, man. You either evolve or die.
yeah. No, for sure. I personally don't care as long as the books get to my shops. I'm happy. I'm just the customer at a comic book shop. But I shoot the shit with the comic shop owners. No matter where I'm at, right? We always talk. Um,
Hmm.
and you hear the stories that they go through, man, and it's fucking mind blowing. And the return on these new comics is not the profit margin is not exactly what you think it is, guys. It's not.
Not even.
Yeah, exactly. So the fact that they have to go through that stuff is just mind blowing. I'm just happy to hear that this is the route that we're now taking. I don't care. I don't even feel bad. I'm more shocked that they're trying to reorganize and try to get another go at this because I don't see it happening, dude. I don't see them bouncing back, and I think at this point just accept the offer on the table and just get out of here, man. Like that's
Jump.
yeah, that's my verdict.
Bam.
There you go. Thank you, Jeb, for that one. Guys, that was the show. Thank you so much for hanging out. Of course, nothing but love. We have plenty big things coming your way when it comes to the channel. Working on a few things. Still going to keep it on the DL. But one thing that will be taking place as of February is that the shows will be uploaded to podcast form. So if you notice, I'm not
Yeah.
entirely calling you out. Please don't take it personally. I love you all. I see you all in the chat. I appreciate everybody who showed up. Dan, I see you in the chat. Sequential Geek, thank you
Fuck
for being
yeah.
so
I
active.
love all you people.
Fuck
Thank
yeah.
you for giving a shit about me. Nah, just kidding.
That's right, baby. So, for myself, well, you can catch me on Tuesday. I'm going to be there with Laura, with Gabe, and with Marty talking the top 10 books that sold this week. I expect to see that Marvel Rivals that we just spoke about, the Storm cover. It's probably going to be in the top 10. I haven't seen any of the list. I have no idea. But again, so many copies moved on the secondary market. Jeb, do you have anything up and coming?
Man, I don't know. I'm always working on stuff. And eventually I'm going to jump into this YouTube life, because, man, I just feel like I have a lot to give people.
Yes,
I
you do.
do. I have a lot to give, and I would love to, start talking a little shit in comics.
You should, dude. I encourage everybody. Look, I had TJ hop onto the show, Trek Wars. He came onto the show, started his own channel. I'm proud of him. So I encourage you guys to subscribe, show some love. He's actually a writer over at Covrprice and now starting his own stuff. So that's what it's
Right
about, man.
on.
Guys, spread the love, talk comics, talk hard truth. Sequential Geek dropping always some hard truth within the chat. Chia Pet always dropping some hard truth within the chat.
Like I said,
Derek,
man, talking shit in comics. That's all I want to do.
I see you
And,
guys.
all I gotta say is I appreciate all of you for jumping in tonight. You know, I'm I'm a I'm a special taste kind of guy. If you guys like my fucking shit, absolutely. I would want to do a little YouTube life and fucking come and throw it out there and see how you guys like it.
There you go, man. Jeb, bring it, bro. I want to see you on the YouTube live. I want to see you bring your own channel. If you do so, I'm always going to
All
support
I
you.
gotta say, baby, is yo, Black Crown, are you ready?
I'm ready, baby. Let's go, baby.
Let's go!
There you go, man. So with that, guys, I will see you Tuesday for the top 10 over on Cover Price. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, comment down below. Let us know what you thought. Have yourselves a great week. Adios.
Happy 2025, baby. Let's go!
Let's go.